That's more like it. Oh my God. YouTube was being so weird for a minute. It was like it's trying to stream my whole screen. I'm Steven. I think I fixed it. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. And I'm wearing my vegasfacemask.com face mask. That's the first commercial. I'll probably mention it again. Hello, Dale. Hopefully you're around for the wackiness before. There's no one near me, obviously. We do have South Point behind me. We're going to walk to the South Point. I'm going to loop all the way around to the Silverton. You guys get to see what it looks like in the middle of the desert. It's a walking tour, but not of the casinos. I don't have my car today. It's in the shop, so I don't know what's happening with that. But my point of doing this right now is to show you guys that not all of Las Vegas is glamorous glory hydration backpack. Somebody sent me on the channel, so I have my little hydration backpack nub here. It only holds about a liter of water, which is unfortunate. We'll see what we can do. And it's not that hot today, so I shouldn't die. Or in thawed water. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad on it. I didn't have a chance to set up my mic. I did this last minute. So we have 13 people in the chat, 2 likes, 16 people, 2 likes. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to like all the videos right now. There you go. Don't you like that? That's a Nirvana song. No, it's not. It's an old classic song that Kurt Cobain screamed out. Look at some of these houses. These are some cool houses. We do have the west part. There's the mountains, sunsets in the west. But our destination and beyond, hello Margarita, is to go out to the South Point. Who knows if anybody will watch this. This is the biggest what show. We do have the moon, la lune, as they say in French. How much for one of those houses go for? Houses out here are going to sell for anywhere from 500,000 to $1 million. And then that's everybody in the chat's going to tell me that that's super cheap. Nobody's liked the video. 21 watching. So we're walking to the South Point. Eventually we will get to the world famous Las Vegas Strip. Now, to give you guys a little bit of a tour here. So I can zoom in, punch in. Okay, so that right there is the Raiders headquarters. No, that's not. That's the M Resort. That right there is the Raiders headquarters above my finger. That's the Grandview Timeshare. That's the South Point. We'll see all that stuff, and then we'll loop all the way back to Silverton. This could be a marathon if people are actually interested. Hey, Steven, love when I catch a live stream right at the beginning. Thank you so much. Yes, Debbie. I did something weird where I was capturing my whole screen for a minute, and I went, oh my God, it's capturing my whole screen. What am I doing? So I did that. Hello from San Antonio. New subscriber, G. Hopefully I do good for you. This is not your typical Vegas. This is walking in the desert. We can literally walk across the desert, but I want to show you. Well, maybe I shouldn't stream it. That over there in the distance is the military. That's the U.S. Army. They have tanks and stuff. Now, you're really not supposed to film that. I'm a green card holder in the middle of citizenship dancing, and that's all on delay. So I'm not going to film that because that would make me the stupidest idiot that ever idioted. But here's some of these houses over here. So that'd be a bad idea. You don't want to film where it says do not film and do it on a live stream. That'd be smart. Adelaide, Australia is here. Oh my God, I wonder if Susanna is going to be here. She's also from Australia. You all know each other, just like all of us Canadians in Canada know each other. These are some nice houses though, aren't they? My wife loves this Santa Fe style right here. So you can see a Santa Fe style house, ranch style. But we're not here to disrupt people's privacy. Some of these folks, they go all out for their landscaping and they do a good job. It's expensive. Landscaping is a big thing out here in the desert. We don't want to have any kind of irrigation because that costs money and water resources. However, a lot of the land out here is all acreages. You can't buy most of it. Most of it is completely owned by the county, the airport authority. We are in the flight path to McCarran. McCarran being in that general direction over there. No, we are not getting to McCarran. Tejas is here. What did I eat for dinner? I did not eat anything today, period. No food for me today. If I didn't know better, I'd say that somebody did this on purpose because they were building a landing strip or something like that for airplanes, because people do that kind of stuff. Plus, it's not unusual. It's not unusual to have people just ride out here, dune buggies. People that live in this area are entertainers, retired folks by investment. You can see hoof would have gone in, so you can see that right out there. So yeah, so it's a weird area. I hope you took some water with you. As I said, Dice, I do have a hydration pack I'm wearing right now. It's nearly and damn near impossible to suck water out of that thing. It's not a Camelback, but somebody donated it. They sent it to my Amazon. You guys can see the tire tracks out here. This is the middle of the desert, guys. This is basically what Nevada looks like in the middle of nowhere, but we are in the middle of Las Vegas. I had no food today. It's fasting, I'm just eating later, one meal at the end of the day. You know, actually, I lied to you just now. I had frozen watermelon the wife gave me. So you guys can see more tracks out here. People do ride their bikes, their buggies, and their quads, and all that fun kind of stuff that rich people have out here. There's quite a lot of them too, but we're walking down to the South Point through the desert. There's our desert walk here in Las Vegas. We got 96 people watching the stream. I want to thank you guys for all of the support you've lent me. I actually worked from home today. It was a challenge, but couldn't get to the office. It's 7 miles away. Won't be able to get to the office tomorrow either. I was going to call up my good friend Mark Rofton, Mr. Uber, offer to give him some face masks that I owe him anyways. He gave me my air conditioner, but I didn't do that, so I may not be able to get to the office tomorrow. Let's walk to the South Point, everybody. Tampa, Florida. So what am I doing? I'm walking with you guys to show you what the desert looks like in the middle of nowhere in Las Vegas. This might not be a hit, but hey, this is what they call hardcore Las Vegas right here. These little plants, you got to be careful. You really do have to be careful for scorpions and snakes out here, and they live in these plants. And there's also lizards. There's Gaia lizards. This house over here we're going to walk past in a few minutes. Freaking huge properties out here. Well over an acre. We're sitting on top of a natural well. Hey Steven, I watched a few of your wild videos and was amazed at how far you've come in a year. I liked each one that watched. Well, I hope your channel helps the channel. No, it's always good. You do that kind of stuff. Never done frozen fruit except for grapes. Never even thought to freeze watermelon. Oh, it's beautifully good. We bought a watermelon. It was so big, we had to do something with it. So Caroline froze some of it because she knows I love frozen foods. I'm a frozen food junkie. So there we go. New Mexico is very similar to this, although it's also similar to Vegas in Nevada. It's similar to Nevada in the respect that you have very varied climates. It's super hot down here. We're in the high desert. You can see, look at all the tire tracks. People are just whizzing through here and just having fun. And you can see horse manure. That is a big load of you know what. So you can see this. This is an area full of horse properties, ranch properties. People own goats out here. They walk their goats. It's like, hey, how you doing? Good. What are you up to? Oh, just walking my goat. What's his name? Billy. I'm done with you. You're boring. And people make impromptu roads through here too. This is an example of a road that somebody carved through because they didn't want to go all the way through to the Arville is one of the cross streets out here. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yeah, you can see look at all the horses. Look at all the hooves. Look at all the hoof marks from all the horses down here. I don't know if I have a decent connection or anything like that. But this right here, this is desolate. It is about probably 95 degrees today. So it's not terribly hot. But we're going to get to the strip and walk back up towards the strip to the Silverton so you guys can see. And as I mentioned earlier, that right there, that's an Army facility. If you guys can see it over there in the distance. Right now there's armored Hummers, tanks. I'm not going to show you on the video because I'm not going to be stupid and poke my nose where it doesn't belong. They have things that say you can't film there everywhere. So yeah, this is the desert. Steven, I'm in Baghdad. Not quite. We're in southern Nevada still. We can see that beautiful view right over there of the South Point. You guys can ask me questions. I've never eaten the South Point buffet, Mark. It's one of the only ones in town. So, you know, when you're in the desert and you need water, you don't complain that it's not the brand you like, I suppose. But, you know, you also have to get to the South Point and kind of a drive. If you're coming in from California, it's one of the first major hotels you're going to go past. And the 15, not really near us. The 15 is all the way on the other side of our military facility over there. The military facility was built after 9/11, about 2 years later, as a response to emergencies that might happen here. And thank God we never had another emergency. Oh, there's a giant jackrabbit. Let's see if we can find this over here. If you guys watched my video this morning, I was on the strip before I dropped the car off. There was a little rabbit. This is a giant one, and I see it's already galloped away. So we're in the middle of the desert. This is so weird to be out here with you guys. Do you think when Vegas luxury retail will recover at some point, trying to get a job? Yes, of course it will. I mean, the worldwide economy is going to recover at some point. As I mentioned several times on the channel, I kept mentioning an October date for vaccines, and people made fun of me and laughed at me. You can see over here, that's where the strip is. That general direction would get you all the way up. You can see the Silverton. We're going to end up there, that little dot in the horizon there. I know people laughed at me about that, and still, well, we don't know the efficacy. Hopefully they help some, and if we can even help some and we can get up to a herd immunity situation, that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm disappointed that we only have 180 people on the stream, but I know that I can't go to the strip today. You know, it's too much, and you wouldn't want to see the strip. This is what the strip looks like. It's desolate. Do not chase a rabbit at 100 Fahrenheit. It has a fur coat on. Haha. You know, rabbits are crazy. They live up in northern Canada where it's 55 below Celsius. They live here in Nevada where it's 45 above Celsius. I should have said 45 below. That would have been smart. This is a natural wash. You know, when the water comes out, actually goes down here. People throw their trash out here or it blows in. It's quite unfortunate. But look at this house we're coming up to. It's so pretty. It's beautiful. Let's see what we got here. I hope Park MGM is open by mid-August. I want to go to Italy. That would be fun. I don't know about that. Carrots, because I'm betting Cadbury eggs wouldn't fare well in Steven's pockets. I don't have any food on me. Yeah, you can't really feed those things. You can't even get close to them. It's impossible. They run away so quickly, and you will run over them at night if you're not careful. You know, they like to run into the street. They run almost 3/4, if not 80% of the way across, and then they shoot backwards. I don't know why they do that. This guy has a cell phone tower on his property that is disguised as a palm tree. Makes a lot of sense because I'm sure my connection is not really great. It'll get better as we head towards the south point, but yeah, it's bizarre to be in the middle of the desert with you guys. I never thought I would do this, but then again, I'm a masochist, so what is that all about? Look at how big the property is. And AT&T, I'm gonna tell you right now, this guy is getting paid huge bucks to have this thing on his property. You can see the moon behind it. That's that little white dot in the sky. That is some cool stuff. So yeah, look at this. Giant houses here. This house probably well over 750,000 to 1.25 million, if I'm not mistaken. Brand new house. These are all custom built. You don't have any stick houses, no tract houses out here, nothing like that. So going down to the Silverton, and we're walking literally straight towards the Las Vegas Strip right now. We're gonna get out to, hopefully we can get to the strip from here. I just realized we have to go over an overpass in order to get to the strip. So one thing about this area, if you take a look closely, there are no streetlights anywhere near me, no streetlights. We are on the flight path from McCarran Airport in a row. You can't really buy much of the property out here unless the land goes up for auction. You have these red signs everywhere. It says no trespassing or dumping, violators. Clark County Department of Aviation, okay? So that's who owns all this land out here. So generally people are not really in this area. When you see cars in this area, it means that people are basically trying to cut through because there's been an accident. So questions are open. If you guys want to ask me a question, I can talk to you guys while we head on over to the south point. We do have to go over the overpass of the 15, and then we will be out there. And I will get some water, even though I have water on me. I don't want to stop talking when nobody's chatting. Oh my God, people are chatting and I'm not seeing it. Damn you, YouTubes. Beware of the killer rabbit of Carbanog. Never heard of that. He had it for lunch. Okay, so guess what? I didn't see your chats. You guys were chatting with me and it wasn't lighting up the chats. So there you go. Check Facebook group for the real estate friend. His name is Josh Mullins, and you can go to joshsellsvegas.com. Just be sure to tell him that I referred you. We have a mutual advertising deal where I shout him out on the channel and refer people to him, and he gives me a set rate of dollars for advertising him. So it would benefit me if you guys did. You know, the real estate law here, by the way, it's illegal for people to take kickbacks from real estate leads. So whenever you see a property for sale and it's on a YouTube channel, just know there's possibly, those guys should be disclosing that. Steven is Molly Python and the Holy Grail Rabbit. There's no jackalopes out here. There is a bar that closed years ago. It's across the street from the Mandalay Bay. It's called the Laughing Jackalope. And here's your sunset right on the other side behind me there. I could jog. I mean, I am on a gimbal, so if I jog, this is the way the gimbal is going to look. And I should jog, but I got some bad knees. But that's not a bad little gimbal, is it? Where are we going? We're going to walk to the south point, which is that building over there. Then we're going to hit the strip. We're going to walk north on the strip all the way up to the Silverton, which is that building that way. And I already mapped this out. For a normal person, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to walk that. and we're just going to walk it right now on our own. Well, first we have to get to, I believe it would be Warm Springs. Warm Springs will take us out there. Josh is the best. Josh is a great realtor. He's a patient guy. He knows how to get good deals for people, negotiate. He knows the law really, really well. You know, I had somebody who was a realtor, somebody that I know say basically, well, I didn't buy a house in Nevada because I was told that if I had grass and water that I'd be fine. I said, that's not true. It's not true. Is Las Vegas diverse? Well, I mean, this is pretty diverse right out here. It's not the Strip. And then we're going to get into some neighborhoods. You can see them just coming up here. And this is where they've actually built some kind of standardized type of houses. So I think it's a diverse place. If you're talking about ethnicity, yes, very diverse. We have one of the biggest Filipino populations in the west part of the United States. One of the biggest Vietnamese populations out here. And then we have a giant Hispanic population. So in terms of cultural diversity, and there's some Canadians living out here too, myself and one other that I know. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm gonna zoom in for you, just to give you an idea. This is looking north. So you can see Silverton and then all those buildings that are really blurry right now, no doubt about that. That is your Strip. Did you wake up on the right side of the road? How did you get out there? It's a long story that I don't have time to tell, and I can't tell everybody everything about my life, but I love you guys for asking. I'm okay. I got a ride out to this area, and I'll have a ride back, and it's not Mr. Uber, and strangely enough, you know how there's a no dumping sign everywhere? People are dumping stuff. I'm not going to touch it, but it's what we got. Vegas Mooch opening us up. Thank you, Vegas Mooch. What did Clifford say that was so bad? Oh my God. Don't have to wear a mask for a change out there. That's true. You don't have to wear a mask out here. Clifford is right. There's no reason to tell him to shut up or whatever. We have, why would you do this? I hate this. This freaking bothers me. Beautiful desert scape. I do appreciate and admire the desert. And then we have an office chair, a baby crib, a barbecue, and 2 trash bags. Boo, people, boo. Humanity sometimes makes me sad. But then you guys show up to my chats and you make me very happy. Your media company all by yourself. Sell ad space under your own accord. Indominus says. You could do that if people want to advertise. I mean, they come to you. They say, hey, we have a new gadget, a new device. A lot of times they come to you to try to steal your YouTube channel. Yeah. If you guys want to know about that, say yes. I've had about probably 30 of them trying to steal my YouTube channel out here. But yeah, and that happens. But then you get legitimate ones, and then the legitimate ones, they don't pay you. And Prinker, the printing tattoo thing, didn't pay me. That was my fault. You know, I thought it was a great video. They could have paid me. They said I didn't upload it in a timely fashion for them to look at it. I just went live. I guess I didn't read the instructions. Yes. Wow, you're really getting a good workout tonight. Yeah, I'll get about an hour and a half, 2 hours of cardio tonight. And I haven't eaten today, so I'll eat later on when I get home. The wife keeps asking me what I'm going to eat. I keep telling her, I have no idea. For all I know, I'm going to get a Tombstone pizza and eat the whole damn thing. I might just do that. That sounds really good right about now. So we're on Valley View and Serene. And my God, is it ever serene? Look at the desert out here. It's crazy. No notifications on this one. I usually get it. Yeah, sorry, Eric. I know why that is, too. I can tell you why. I broke the notifications. I did. What happened was I did one video. It had really bad choppy quality and I hated it. Then I did another video. I was somehow casting my whole screen into the entire world. Combine that with the video I did this morning, that was 3. YouTube doesn't like you sending more than 3 videos. They stop your notifications. This is nice for all the dog walkers. Now you got no damn excuse not to pick up after your dogs. So that was my 3rd strike, and after 3 it won't send you another one. So yeah, that's probably why nobody is watching this right now, I'm guessing, because notifications stream got broken, and that's my fault. I know that. I know that's what happens. YouTube says it in their help documents. Okay, so you guys said yes. Do you want to hear about what happens? So if you have a YouTube channel, you're gonna get emails, and I don't even know how they find my email by, I think, just basically looking in my comments on my videos, and you get emails, and they say, my name is so-and-so. I represent XYZ software company. We are doing a new software on video editing, or we're doing a new software on anti-pop-ups, and we would like to, based on your statistics and your demographics, we think you would be the perfect fit to market our product. And we would like to pay you $8,000. And you're like, wow, $8,000. That's like, that pays my rent for several months. That'll be good. And then you are stupid enough, if you say yes, they will then give you a download link. You download the software and you install the software, and it keylogs. And the first part of the software is that it has to link your YouTube account with their software. And that's where it basically steals your login credentials and it sends them to a server. Usually it's in Russia or China somewhere. And they steal your credentials, they steal your channel, they change your phone number, they verify the new one. You can't get into your channel, and now your channel has a bunch of spam and garbage, and your subscribers see spam and garbage. And then you have to go to YouTube support, and hopefully they haven't destroyed your channel. And that's how they steal your channel. I did get notifications this was uploaded like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, you missed 21 minutes so far. We're walking the desert to the South Point right now. Help the man hit the like button so get the chat group Not Leaving Las Vegas on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, look at this horse property. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip it around. Flippity flip, floppity floop. Hopefully, yeah, now I'm not so far out. Okay, you guys can see better. It's a little zoomed in when I flippity twice. This is a massive horse property. So that's what happens. They steal your channel that way. And if you guys want to post this on the Facebook group, Not Leaving Las Vegas, that would be good. Don't go to my page. There's a group. You know the difference. And that would be very helpful, because I forgot to post this in there, and I can't do it right now because you can't multitask on an Android device when you're doing a live stream. So post this in the group for me, guys. How is the strip during the weeknights? Alive or no? I don't think it's very alive during the weeknights. I've heard it's pretty bad. These guys have a massive horse property. This is cool. You got to say get to Vegas before you can say Not Leaving Las Vegas. Get to Vegas before you can say it. Sure. So these guys have a huge equestrian arena right in their property line. This is so cool. Reminds me of hockey rinks back in Canada. When you're in Canada, they build hockey arenas, hockey rinks outside. And look at this, man. That is so cool. Whoa. They have horses. Oh, they're coming. I don't want to be live streaming. They're coming out here. Those people, they're coming out to ride their horses. That is so badass. You can see them over in the distance right now. Oh my God, that is so cool. You never think you'd see stuff like this in Nevada, but this is a really big ranching state kind of place, right? So there you go. That is so neat. You got horses. You got people that own chickens, roosters out here. You have people that own goats, cows, and they're within the city limits. They're just a block or two from the South Point, don't you know? So we're gonna go down further. Yep, Markham money. You got the Tesla out here. So these guys might be competitively riding. Look at this property. Oh man. I'm excited about this. I don't know about you guys. That is neat. Yeah, the wind is bad. Sorry, Dale. I can't help everything. I try my best to do live streams. And I did one tonight, or I could just sit in my studio and be more comfortable than I am right now. Being that I finally, again, because after 3 weeks, went back to caffeine. That was bad for me. I don't imagine anyone's posted this in my Facebook group, so I asked you guys to do that if you could, because I should have seen some more people come in. So post this up, say Steven's live now, and hopefully one of my moderators approves it. And if you're a moderator on the group, that would be good too. So we have another house here. This is all the same property. You can see how big it is. You can actually see the horses, the caballos. Look at that. That is very cool. Businesses have to pay full rent. Of course they do, depending on, whether or not they have a deal with the property leaseholder. It's a good one. It's a good question to ask. But yeah, I mean, nothing's really changed. That's why so many businesses are going to go basically belly up, because their leaseholders are going to want their rent, and they can't pay their employees and turn a profit, and there's none more of that government money coming in for a little while. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's a big problem for a lot of people right now. So we're going to be going to the South Point, which is in this general direction over here. I'm already getting very hot. I'm already getting very dehydrated. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the scenery while I try to drink out of this hydration pack that's full of water that's 85 degrees right now. That really works. the dead air. People that are going to visit, be very careful. The hotel room is a danger zone. How is it a danger zone? I'm just curious. Most hotels right now are sanitizing and cleaning beyond all belief. Really, they are. I'm going to cut across this desert right here. Now, again, when you go out into the desert, in the middle of the night, or even at dusk like this, things tend to come out at night, okay? So you'll see scorpions out here. You'll see little critters like coyotes. There's wolves out in this area that come out too. You'll also see jackrabbits. They like to come out at night and show on vegetation, although not a lot of vegetation around here. They kind of stick to people's houses and terrorize their houses and eat all their nice plants and flowers. You'll also see snakes. Now, I've never seen a snake out here, and I sure hope that this is not my first time ever seeing it. So cool he can walk to the strip. Yeah, we can do pretty much anything as long as we're practicing our protocols. Another natural wash down here where the water comes out when it rains real hard. We've only had one day with any kind of rain in the last 90, I don't say 100 days. It's been a while. We did not have any monsoon season. So when I saw somebody posting about one of the locusts or whatever they were called, I'm like, there is no locust because there's no moisture. I guess they were just reflecting on how a year ago, giving you guys the member berries term. So this is really bizarre. What the hell? Who is digging this? You know, why would you come into the desert? Obviously this is dug with like a backhoe or something like that. Maybe there's a body in there. I shouldn't go and take a look at it. It'd be like Stand By Me or something like that. Bigfoot. I don't know if you see Bigfoot out here, but we will see a bunch of civilization cars. Interstate 15 is just coming up. So here we go. Steven, are you going inside the South Point when you get there? No, you're not allowed to film anything ever inside the South Point. It's very, very prohibited. So, whoa, Susan, thank you so much. That's great, Susan. Thank her 394 times. That's the M Resort there. So, and maybe I can zoom in with my horrible zoom. You can see it. That building right there, above my fingertip, that's the Raiders headquarters right there. So that's how close we are to Henderson and the edge of Las Vegas. So once we get down here, I'll flip back into my wide angle mode, and we're cutting across the desert, middle of nowhere. It's so quiet, and that is a big property right there. That's that horse property that we just passed. That is what $1 million kind of listing looks like in Las Vegas in this area right down here. Very cool, very neat experience. Just got to the party Red Pill. We're walking through the desert to go to the South Point. We're gonna walk to the South Point. We've been on the stream for 30 minutes, and since I cut through everything diagonally, it's been about 30 minutes instead of an hour to get to the same point where I would be at the South Point. A crime scene. I don't want to know. I'm sure there's a bunch of different secrets buried in the desert out here that I'm walking over. Hopefully there's nothing crazy. If I find anything crazy on camera, then I'll cut it out of the live stream and make a video about it. Well, maybe we'll have a viral video. Just kidding. Viral videos only happen when you're a celebrity and you're hosting Saturday Night Live and they manufacture them. You know that, right? I'll definitely be checking out the South Point this time around a few weeks. Very nice. You're coming to Vegas, gonna have fun, gonna have a good time. So yeah, you can find turtles, desert tortoises is what they're called out here. And they're a big problem, especially when you go outside of Vegas. So here's an example. Right here, there's stuff living in here. That could very well be a foxhole right there. There's another little thing right here. These could also be from groundhogs. There's all sorts of little critters that live out here. I'm not gonna hang out to find out. Be a weasel jumping on my face and chewing it off. That wouldn't be very fun. But yeah, we have all sorts of crap out here. And then we have the ruts where people go to just, I don't know, you can see the traction. This is obviously where somebody's riding their quad. But we have to walk towards this overpass on Warm Springs or else we're not getting across the interstate. Which, I've never been to the M or the South Point. Well, this is the South Point down here, and the M Resort is all the way in the corner right above my fingertip right there. M Resort is way not walking distance because it's a very big property. It's probably another 4 miles from here. So I'm not walking 4 miles further than I'm already walking today. South Point is golden, yep. There's lizards too. We have a lizard who lives in the front of our house. I call him Lizard because I'm not very creative apparently, and I'm happy he's out there because he's going to eat all the bugs and things that I don't want to come into my house. So you can hear things out here. It could be just cicadas or whatever it's called, but I can hear stuff all around me. I'm not a big fan of that. But we're going to be at the road in no time. Let's go. the hell is that? Okay, I don't think that's a rattlesnake. I've never heard a rattlesnake before, but I keep hearing a little chirping noise. And I don't want to find out what that is. I don't think rattlesnakes want to mess with you very much, but I don't want to mess with them. The mountains are very pretty, aren't they? There's our western horizon in Nevada. Beautiful state with much underrated scenery, I think. People don't understand how nice it is down here. I really don't. Lizards are awesome. I love it when they do push-ups. Yeah, I mean, you can just capture them out here. They're pretty big ones I've seen. I've seen some lizards about 8 to 10 inches long, just hanging out. You know, it sucks because, you know, they fall into bodies of water. They can't get out. We have buckets and one died on our front balcony, and I felt bad for that little guy. Didn't like to see it very much. Yeah, I don't like that noise, so I'm going to try to hurry up because I don't want to get bitten by anything. So, Darren, me too. I always say, hey, Lizzie. Very nice. I'm going to drink some more water here. If you see a rattler, I'm supposed to run. Well, yeah, these got to be, there can't be rattlers all around me. Look at this, there's another one. Not fully understanding what they're doing. Oh my God, that is going to be a rattlesnake, because there's these little dens that are at the base of these things, and the rattling is coming out of these kinds of holes right here. Shoot. Not okay. I'm not a fan of things that can bite me, so I'm going to keep going. Just look down when you walk. You can easily walk over one because you blend well with their surroundings. Okay, I will do just that. I will walk down and I will let you guys look up. So we have an election going on. Of course, everything is like littered across the roadways with all of the signs of the candidates for November. Not presidential candidates, but just county commissioners and these kinds of things. Yep, I'm pretty sure that I'm hearing snakes out here. That's not a good thing, so we're going to keep on huffing and puffing. Hopefully get my health back before the end of the year. That bright yellow hotel, yep, South Point is always lit up. Looks very nice at night. Shallow grave, sign of a lazy murderer. That's just that's the corporate mafia. They never do things fully. And then they charge you a resort fee when they dig your grave. Take your $40 before they bring you out there like the old mafia. They used to do it full service. Of course, I heard you had to dig your own grave, but hey, that's what they did. Ooh, that was whatever that was. So there's all sorts of this brush that'll just stick to you and bite you. This desert, it's made to defend itself. That's what you got to remember. Everything in the desert is made to hurt you. So be careful when you're walking through the desert. You'll walk into thorns and it hurts and so on and so forth. So here we go. We're going to be at the South Point in just a few minutes here. Boringest live stream in the world, or just a way to show you guys another dimension of Las Vegas. Resort fees for grave digging services. There you go. Run, be careful. Get Arnold to kill the snakes. You'll have to kill the horrible poisonous snakes. There it is. Now look at this. All of these different people trying to get elected. Don't understand any of this, but hey, we should vote to retain Judge Trevor Atkin. I guess he's being challenged in a primary. Here we are. South Point is just coming up back to the regular strip. We can walk towards the main strip, show you guys some good stuff. Okay, so I just wish that I hadn't blown it with my notification, because as I mentioned to you guys before, now there's only going to be one side of the road where there's a pedestrian walk. I'm pretty sure it's the other side, and there's nobody coming. Well, Paul, having fish in a 25-gallon tank, which I have to add more fish to. I have to wait for the water to stabilize and not be cloudy, and then I have to tell you about that. And a little gray alien that fell on my property. I'm not supposed to tell you about that either. So there you go. South Point coming up. Here we are. Yeah, you don't have to run on this street. There's nobody. This is what you got out here. Nothing. Hope wife is picking you up. No, I'm walking. I'm walking home. I'm going to walk home from when I get to the Silverton. Don't mind walking. I have my headphones. I can listen to some music or some podcasts or some Audible books or something like that. So there you go. Please remember to hit the like button. Yeah, guys, 484 watching. Hit the like button if you guys want to. I appreciate it. I do appreciate people who are chatting. I do appreciate I appreciate all of you guys for being awesome. And I'm trying to make my daytime videos a little more interesting, you know, show you guys the strip a little bit and bring some interesting topics to the table. What am I doing out here? El Queso. I'm just walking, showing you guys the desert. If you're just tuning in, we just walked all across the strange barren desert in the west part, the southwest part of Las Vegas. And now we're going to take a walk over to the South Point, and that's on Las Vegas Boulevard. See what kind of stuff we got near South Point. Let's say you conceivably stayed at South Point, and no cactuses out here. No, there's no cactuses generally anywhere in Las Vegas. There's no cactuses out here. People plant them for ornamental reasons, but in general, no, not really. So we're walking. We make sure we get back to civilization before it gets too dark. Thankfully, this area is generally very dead all the time. Not a super busy week in Las Vegas. So here we go. Such a special video. Thank you, Cheryl. Any equestrian events scheduled this year or bull riding? Well, the NFR has not completely canceled. Of course, the CES show did cancel earlier today. I covered that in my video today. That means a lot to the economy of Vegas. That show brings in hundreds of millions of dollars to the local economy. So it's a big deal that it canceled. But you know what? They decided that that's what they wanted to do. The streetlights just kicked in for us. We're on the interchange over here at Silver Rock Ranch. It's not warm, California. Take a drink right now before we hit the South Point. Mr. Uber is in the house. I should have crossed, but I didn't. That was smart of me. I should have hit the light, but I didn't. So Mr. Uber is very familiar with all sorts of parts of Las Vegas. Asks, and then when I flip back, I should be in wide angle camera mode again. So we'll do that real fast while we're waiting for the light. And I will tell you, if you guys are just tuning in, my name is Steven. I'm wearing my mask to show you. My wife makes them. VegasBaseMask.com, no S at the end. You might want to check that out. They're awesome. They go around the back of your head, not the front of your ear, not the back of your ears. But now we're in widescreen mode, which is why I flip my camera around. Every time I flip it, it goes wide to normal, wide to normal. And we're going to continue walking as soon as this light goes. And I'll show you guys what's going on. Where's Las Vegas Boulevard from you? We'll be there in a few minutes. It's just on the other side of the South Point right here, actually. I always remember Blackberry and the water fountain. Thanks for the CES memories, best CES experience. If you're referring to when the guy, in my CES video, I did a long live stream there, and I walked up to the Blackberry booth and I said, wow, Blackberry. He goes, yeah, and he was like from Europe or something, and I said, I thought you guys were done. You know, you started outsourcing your handsets, your phones to other companies. He sat there and gave me this whole song and dance about how they don't do that anymore. And they do. He just didn't know. It's a company called TCL. You know, the ones that make televisions, you see over at Walmart and stuff. They make Blackberries. And then a few days later, I see a report from CES about how TCL talked about their BlackBerry partnership, and I didn't argue with the guy. He talked about BlackBerry making interfaces and operating systems. I remember BlackBerries from back in the day. Always wanted one. Went to the dentist today, and all of the office staff came to check out my mask. They loved it. Oh, thank you, Jim. You are awesome. Yes, we get good word of mouth advertising on the masks. Caroline gives masks away for free at restaurants and stuff like that. She just makes extra ones, and if somebody gives us excellent service, we tip them money, of course, and then we also tip them with something like a face mask. Look at the desert out here. It's like, you can tell this is zoned right here. They're going to build something right here. They even have room enough underneath here to build a street, and it's just not being done right now, but I'm sure we'll get on it in time. Somebody might think you're looking for blackjack. Yeah, you'd have to know me. We got the main strip down here, by the way. That's the main Las Vegas strip. So if you just drove north on 15, which we're going to pass over in a minute, and you'll see how many cars are on the 15 right now. I mean, it's about typical right now for a Monday, but these are not tourist cars. Yeah. I park my horse at the South Point every time I ride in from Texas. John, that's an awfully long ride, even if you're in West Texas. I bet people that drive in from Texas, they come from West Texas, from El Paso and stuff like that. And it's a long drive. Texas is a giant state. That's for sure. We have the South Point coming up, and this originally was not called the South Point. So when this casino was to be launched, it was called South Coast. Sun Coast, South Coast, Coast Casinos is a large company, and the reservations went incredibly well, to the point where they actually doubled the room size. At that point, there really wasn't anything there. That's the Grandview property. So The Grandview, I guess I can cross here. Yeah, there's no way for anybody to hit me. The Grandview is a giant timeshare development. So that building there, that's the two-tone. That's a timeshare. And, you know, I used to promote the timeshare at the Grandview. Their tour got very, very stressful on people, and I moved on. Let's see. I used to drive all the time from Houston, Mark. Wow, that's a long drive, my friend. An animal sanctuary. I don't know. Let's go Campbell. Yeah, I'm not allowed to have cameras of any type in the South Point without a media pass from the South Point management. I did a room tour, and I got basically canceled out. They told me to put my camera away or leave. I said, are cell phones permitted? She says, no, not unless you have written authorization from the management. So we can't bring that to South Point. This is the 15, because I should be showing you this. It's hard to see it between all this. We can see the 15 is quite dead today, unfortunately. So not a lot of folks on the 15. This interchange has been having work done on it for years. Yes, we do have the moon. I'll show you that in just a minute. That's a good thing to show you guys. So the 15 is dead. Of course, and we're facing south, so we can see the traffic in and out to California. And you guys just check this out for half a second here while I drink some more water. Fun fact, I've been driving to Las Vegas from Minnesota since '88. It's a long drive. I give you all of the credit in the world out there. Okay, I'm still drinking water. Here we go. We're going to continue on to the South Point. And there's no, well, there are cars coming. We don't want to just cross here. That would be a bad idea. Cross here, you're going to have a bad time. Okay, all right. So we got our crosswalk. No cars coming this way. Oh, we do have a green light. Thank goodness for that. So South Point's a big property. We have bowling alleys. We have equestrian areas. This guy's nice enough to stop. Thank you. And we have movie theaters in the South Point, a full-on food court. Only thing they don't have out here is like a lot of retail shopping. But if you're this far down south, you're going to go to the outlet center. It's not very far away from us anyways. So let's get to Las Vegas Boulevard. This would be I think the equestrian area right in the back. Might also be convention space. They do have convention space over here at the South Point as well. Big giant gold property here. Look for the golden glow. Absolutely. I'm pretty much south on the strip. I'm pretty south on the strip, yes. In terms of like distance, I'm probably a good 3-4 miles, maybe 5 from the Mandalay Bay. So there will not be a strip walk to the Mandalay Bay tonight. It just wouldn't be worth anybody's time. It would be a lot of dead scenery. You know, I took you through the deserts, but you're not going to see much. There's some houses down here. You can rent some studio apartments in this area down here. There's some weekly hotel rooms that you're going to want to never stay at because they're just dangerous areas. I'm pretty darn south on the strip, but what most people don't know is that the Las Vegas Strip, it goes all the way to pretty much California. You know, the main strip used to be the main highway into California before the interstate system was built. And that's why it still has a designation as built on that area. You know, they were built on what was the highway at the time because people will come in and stop. Yeah, this is Silverado Ranch. I'm on Silverado right now, and this is South Point. South Point is Silverado and Las Vegas Boulevard South. So these are typical Las Vegas studio type condos over here. 2 levels necessarily. So they're not bad inside, but you don't have a lot of privacy. You know, you can own these things for $150,000. And then you just own a condo. So in my opinion, it's a little better to maybe look at owning a house so you can have the land. Condos don't generally own the land. Why would anyone want to stay so far south? Well, a lot of, for example, if you're a poker player, this is a very good place to play poker. You can see the moon above us. But this is a good place to play poker. If you're here for an event, you're here for the equestrian, you would come out and stay here. If you're here to do business and you're doing business down in Henderson, you would stay down here. If you're on a family type vacation, you might stay here. If you're here for a bowling tournament, we one of the biggest bowling alleys in the western United States, right here at the South Point Casino. You might stay here as well. So there's a lot of reasons that people would be staying in this area. Plus, if you have the ability to come down here, you might be renting a car. So you're going to rent a car to stay in this area. And that's a good thing too. I am going to, in a few minutes, duck into another store that we have across the street before we start going north on the main strip. And I'm going to get some more water. We stayed at the Hilton Grand Vacation to go to Red Rock. Exactly. So you might do that. Hilton Grand Vacation, I think that's all on the strip. Oh my God. Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl. Love the video, Miss Seven Hills. Thank you, Cheryl. Seeking Vegas Sunrise. Thank you for all your hard work. We appreciate you. And if you want to take an Uber home, please do. Stay safe, Steven. Thank you guys so much. The good news is I'm going to be going down to the Silverton where I'll have somebody waiting for me, so you guys don't have to worry. And thank you guys for all of your massive support. Those were 2 giant supports. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so there's a lot of reasons to stay down here. Some people just want to come to Vegas and gamble. They've seen the strip dozens of times. So they're going to stay down here because they can gamble, they can go to a movie theater, eat a nice dinner at a steakhouse, to the main strip. And you can say their number, gone, I can't remember. The family that owns this, they're apparently excellent employers, although they did have to furlough employees like everybody else. But they're apparently really good employers. So this is a very good place with good employees who are happy and really like their jobs. And so that's another reason to stay at a place like this. When people love their jobs, they provide you gong. Thank you so much, Doug. Gong Brothers, like the Gong Show. So here's the South Point front, and look at that. It's a beautiful property. It is a big property. I'm not gonna say it's a small place. You can see the South Point giant parking garage. I mean, look at that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories tall, that parking garage. Or as in Canada, they say parkade, or as they say in England, the car park. It's funny how everybody has their own version of saying it. Where is this located? This is several miles south of the Las Vegas sign, on the Las Vegas Strip, actually. We're going to be on the world famous Las Vegas Strip in a few minutes. You will be terribly underwhelmed. So this is one of the only casinos I was ever shut down for filming in. I had my GoPro with a microphone attached. The microphone was about the size of a golf ball on top. And she said, no filming in the casino under any circumstances. I said, really? I'm not a professional. She says, doesn't matter. You have to have permission written from the property owner. And so there you go. They don't want you filming in here for whatever reason. So we're walking out to the front, and then we're going to hop on over. There's a McDonald's across the street. So you have some little services and restaurants down here too. So, you know, on the strip, everything is tremendously expensive. Down here, it's a lot cheaper to stay. Not necessarily cheaper in this building, the South Point, but cheaper in general to go to different restaurants, different dining establishments. Things are going to be priced a little more normal down here. You do have the Grandview, giant, huge timeshare resort on the other side. Now the Grandview is nice because it's beside the South Point, but then you got to get down to the main strip if you're going to do that. Been on the strip 3 times already. Can't get enough. You think you've done something, everything, but there's always something to do. That's true. Right now, the strip is basically on maintenance mode. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a great place for people who have never been here. And if you have been here and you're looking at the idea of there's always something new, there's not always something new, right? Fortunately, that's just the way it is. Let's walk across to Terrible's. Probably get myself a giant Diet Bargs root beer. Update on my life if you care. Who are you? What are you doing? I'm walking right now Las Vegas Boulevard to show you the weird side of the strip where there's not casinos everywhere. We're going to walk to the Silverton now that we've been to the South Point back here. I had to quit caffeine again. It's been about almost 2 days continuous. I woke up today with energy, had a slight mild headache, got a little grumpy in the afternoon, but it's okay. So I'm a little less caffeinated because I quit for 3 weeks, got real sick, got real tired, had to get my butt in gear. See the security from the South Point? They're already, that's the truck. That's the truck for security. He's staring at me, leering at me. They don't like you filming at the property down here, man. So yeah, so I quit it again, and hopefully in about 2-3 months, I'll be back to where my body can function 100%. Are you sure it's not COVID? Yes, I'm sure it's not COVID. I'm so tired of people saying that. Not you, Play to Win 1987 necessarily. You know, if a person coughs, if a person lived their whole life with asthma, it doesn't mean they have COVID. That's the main problem right now. Too many people are getting tests when they don't have any reason to get tests. But I have an incredibly dry voice because I've been talking for 51 minutes straight. So I'm going to duck into this Terrible. Terrible's is a huge car wash chain based out of Illinois. And they're really good because they have Coke machines that make any drink you want. And I like diet caffeine-free stuff personally. I had a minor sore throat this morning, got over it. You can have a minor sore throat, doesn't mean you're gonna die. It just means you have a little bit of something. So I don't know if all gas stations look the same across the country. We're gonna take a small tour of one right now. So this is Las Vegas Boulevard, everybody. Welcome to the Strip. This is literally Silverado Ranch. You can't see the signs because it's all blown out due to a small little cell phone camera sensor. And this is Las Vegas Boulevard South. Steven's channel, what's that? Steven's channel is being throttled. Help out by hitting like so this live stream gets suggested. Yeah, it's being throttled, but which is right. What happens is I was watching a guy named Meets Kevin. Meets Kevin was saying, for some reason you guys aren't seeing the notifications. Well, I looked this up one day. If you do more than 3 videos in a single 24-hour period, YouTube will stop sending notifications out to people. It's random who gets it and who doesn't, but they don't want you spamming the system too much. So a lot of people have not seen this video. So if you want to share it, if you haven't already shared it in my Vegas group, it has to be approved. I hope a moderator is around to approve it, but that would help out too. Or if you want to share it on Twitter and you want to hashtag Vegas, you know, something like that. Oh, that's a loud one right there. So yeah, this is Silverton Ranch. It's going to go all the way down straight. You'll see some businesses. We're not going to go that far down straight. It makes no sense to do that. I'm walking into this Terrible's to get something cold. Ooh, Corona, Circle City. I don't know about that. I would not take buses personally if I were you. However, oh my God, does that dollar menu ever look tasty? Why does the food never look like that? Because they have food artists. Oh great, this is not a Terrible's. I'm still going to walk in here and get something to drink though. They probably won't have what I'm looking for. Because I still haven't found what I'm looking for. You too, song reference. I love your channel. Thank you, Scotty Kyle. I appreciate it. You know, we're just going to walk in here. I'll probably just end up getting water. If you go to the Terrible's brands, which are usually Chevrons, that's why I thought it was the Terrible's, you will get what you need to get off those fountain machines. Some of them have those Cokes. Do you remember when you used to come to the Coke store in Las Vegas and it would say Coke from any part of the world? Well, they were basically beta testing the types of machines that you see in gas stations now, where it's a touch screen and you can mix your own drink. So I do have to put on my face mask. Okay, I'm going to put on my face mask right now. So it's vegasfacemask.com, no S at the end. And I'm going to lift that up, and I'm going to keep the camera predominantly on me, so you guys don't mind that, do you? I don't want to be live streaming people when it's against their will. Let's see what we have in here. Man, there's a big old lineup in this place. I'm amazed. All right, we can do that so people can see. So we have caffeine, 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 sugar, 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 caffeine, sugar, caffeine. The one thing I could get out of service, caffeine. And I just, now the sign is out of service. Damn it, Steven, what's wrong with you? So now the sign is back in service. All right, we're just gonna grab something out of the regular store right here. We'll take a look at the gas price in just a minute. Let's see what we got. If you're in Canada, you don't got this in Canada. All right, so let's get something that's caffeine-free, sugar-free, which is what, Sprite, but I want something bigger. I guess we're just gonna get water, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, shut my mouth. I'm gonna get one of these deals right here. Ooh, look at this. Smart water that's slightly flavored like stuff. That looks good to me. We'll get some cucumber lime smart water and we'll get out of here. Thank you guys for being with me. I don't want to have any Slurpees are not good in this country. I hate to tell you guys, it's not the same as Canadian Slurpees. Here they're full of air, not very great. But let's flip our camera around so people don't have to see stuff. Mexico uses old grease. That's a horrible thought. I hate that. That sounds very gross. You're gonna need a bigger water than that. Well, I still have water on my back, so I'm just buying something with a little bit of flavor in it. Hi, I'm good. How are you today?
Just the water?
Just it. Are they 2 for a price, or is that just
Let
service?
me see what you want. I'll take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are 2 for $3.
Okay, can I grab another one?
Yeah, no worries. You can get any flavor.
Okay, well, thank you.
Any clothes? Do you want a bag?
Yes, that would be good. Oh my gosh. All these people watching me buy a thing on the camera, it's so awkward. I'll just press credit.
Okay.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
show you pin.
Oh, never show the pin. The pin is 1111 because I'm not very smart. There you go. right, thank you. Tell them 1111, everybody.
All right.
It's almost like I'm lying to them on camera on purpose right now. All right. Oh, I won't. Thank you. So she let me grab 2 for $3, which is not bad. So we had somebody there. Oh my God, what did we have? Oh my God, F. Johnson, support from Chino Hills. Your beverage is on me. Thank you, support from Chino Hills. That was very nice of you. Guys, thank him 626 times. So we're supposed to get 2 for. So we got another one here. So I got coconut, cucumber, lime, strawberry, blackberry. Ooh, pineapple, kiwi. What do I get, guys? Oh my God. Oh my God. So many choices. All right, I'm gonna grab this one right here. And we're gonna head outside and go back to the strip and walk towards the Silverton and show you guys what Las Vegas looks like. And it's a very interesting strip. Chino Hills, thank you so much. The only thing I know about Chino Hills is that it was in a Queens of the Stone Age song. Where the hell am I? Oh, I gotta go this way. I almost walked down Silverado into the darkness. At least it's a nice neighborhood. I used to try to fry BK fries in lard. Oh my God, that's crazy. You guys might be buffering, I have no idea. Holy cow. That's actually very good. Smart water. Not a sponsor of the channel. I buy it with my own money. Thank you very much. So there you go. Where do we get the COVID-19 virus vaccine? Where do we get it? You don't get it in Las Vegas this weekend. However, I've heard rumors that some of the casinos are possibly thinking about giving it out for free with stays and stuff like that. Wouldn't that be the absolute best kind of promotion that they could ever have, huh? Come to Vegas and get your coronavirus vaccine. Now it'll alienate a lot of people. A lot of people, I guarantee, would take them up on it in a heartbeat, in an instant. Across the road into the west side. I'm gonna stay on this side. How's that? I'm on the east side of the strip right now. West side is where we just came from. Huge rip. I don't know what that is. Somebody is farting. Oh, that was a motorcycle or a car backfiring, guys. Man, that's good. Yeah, that was a car. Anyways, we're gonna continue walking. Probably have close to 45 minutes till we get to the Silverton. If you guys can stay on the chat that long with me, I'm impressed that 600 people are even here. No, Green Valley Grocery is a very well-established local place. I think they're only in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, locally founded. Since the 70s, these guys have been around, which is very nice. So we got Del Taco down here. A whole bunch of little retail establishments out here as well. So, very interesting area. J Media is bored. Yeah, Power, I was gonna get Powerade Zero, but I wanted to try these. Vitamin water is usually pretty damn good. Smart water is good too, as long as it's cold and it's wet. My water on my back is probably 90 degrees by now. So even though I did. So here we go. Competition. I don't know who's competition. Yeah, it's normal. You'll see two of the exact same thing across the street from each other in Las Vegas. It's just weird how this works. Now, on the left side is going to be a place called Vegas Point Plaza. They have an antique mall. None of it's open right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what we see now. Not a lot to see down here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the boring part of Vegas, walking towards the strip. But we do have all these little stores down here. Hoover makes boards. Hoverboards. You love that liquor store? Okay. Very nice. The liquor outlet, they are open. Metro is open. So you have these little tiny places. They basically support the smaller communities in Las Vegas. Hop on the Gus. Jump in the Jack Sack. Oh, I said that backwards. How much is rent in this neighborhood? Not a lot. But in general, rent is about $1 per square foot out here. So 800 square feet might cost you $800 in this area. So yeah, it's that's about the price right now. Rent way up towards the Silverton, and I kind of underestimated this walk. I can do it, and then it takes me a long time. So let's see. We're on a marathon walk today. Good thing I charged up my phone. I would come to Las Vegas if I got free play. So actually, the Wynn is doing a promotion for locals. So the wife and I might go get a room if we can save a little money on the side. On the weekend, it's $145 a night. That's cheap to the Wynn, apparently. And you get $25 in comps. So we might do the Wynn buffet, which would bring the price of the Wynn buffet from about $150 to $125. As asinine and absurd as that sounds, remembering full well that we're in a pandemic scenario. If you're just joining us, we're walking on Las Vegas Boulevard. Yes, the Las Vegas Boulevard. It's way south of everything, and we're just listening to my voice talk about stuff. I'd rather have COVID-19 than take an unknown vaccine. Dave, you probably shouldn't say that. I know somebody right now who's in a coma, medically induced coma, because he has COVID-19 and he got so sick that his lungs started to scar up. And if you don't know, you want me to tell you what happens with COVID in some people? I'd say yes if you guys want to know. Apparently some people are buffering. I can't help that. If you guys want to know what happens to your body if you are one of the bad responders to COVID, I'll tell you why you end up in a medically induced coma. Yeah, nobody wants to know that. But hey, people want to say things like, I'd rather get COVID than be on a vaccine, huh? Interesting take on that, guys. Oh, I got some yeses, believe it or not. I have a long shadow. I don't see my shadow. There's no shadows right now. There's no sun. Oh, yes. Oh, I'll forward. So, push my stream forward. What do you think I'm doing? I'm walking forward. Anyways, here's the thing. So, when you get something like COVID, it can attack your lungs. And when it attacks your lungs have like little tiny... What the heck? Oh, there's a golf cart out here. I should ask her for a ride. Your lungs have like little tiny tentacles in them. And that's what basically grabs oxygen from what you breathe in. And then the oxygen gets sucked up into the blood and gets pumped through your circulatory system all throughout your body to make you healthy. The blood has oxygen in it. Well, when you get COVID really, really bad and your lungs start to stop working properly, you no longer absorb oxygen into your bloodstream. So your blood oxygen level drops in your body. Your body stops working right. They have to put you on forced breathing like a respirator or a ventilator, or they can flip you over on your stomach. Apparently that helps too. The respirators might not be good for everybody. It's such an inexact science. And yeah, I do have a long shadow in these lights. And then your tissues in your body stop working. Your brain starts to suffocate. So they put you in a medically induced coma in some cases, because then your body requires way less resources to operate. You're basically not digesting your own food. You're not doing a lot of things. And they try to help your immune system, and hopefully your immune system fights it. And, you know, the virus eventually decreases, but his hasn't for 2 months. So I probably wouldn't rather have... So am I dead? I don't know. So some people say it's buffering. So I can't help it if it's buffering. We'll get to some new cell sites, or I can just end the stream. I don't care. I'll put my headphones in, listen to a podcast. So there you go. So that's what happens. Listen, guys, COVID's no joke for the wrong people. It's a walk in the park for some people. Point is, you shouldn't criticize what you've never had. And you know what? It sucks. Ventilators are basically the last fight of you being on coronavirus. Some people get off of them, but more often than not, you don't. And that's a very unfortunate thing when that happens. So we are going to go over, I think, to the west side of the strip, which is across the street here at the lights, and we should be better off now. So there you go, better now. That's the exact reason I will not go to Vegas to gamble. It's not worth it, you know? So my cousin died from it, 41, probation officer. It shut down his heart. Yep. I get a little frustrated, okay? I was never a COVID denier. I was just a person who said, I don't know enough about this to make an informed decision. So I did tons of reading and research. I read articles that were so complicated that I had to look up the words in the articles. And then I learned about it and I realized, holy cow, you know, you don't want this thing. This thing can be the worst thing in your life, or you can not even know you have it. It's sneaky like that. But if it's the worst thing in your life, it's the worst thing in your life for a long time. And they have lasting repercussions. Some people, they did scans of Chinese people who had it. Several months later, they have scarring that looked like they smoked 40 packs of cigarettes a day for 10 years. Scars in their lungs forever. They might not ever go over those respiratory issues. Half the people here don't believe in it. Yeah, and that's too bad. You know what? You never saw dollars exists because you have faith that it exists. But you never had COVID, so you don't think it happened, and you don't know anybody who had it. Oh my God, Elliot, you got my vote for Vegas mayor. Huh. Well, we should open Vegas and make it. Oh no, we're not going to make fun of Carolyn. She got basically Basically side swiped by Anderson Cooper. Thank you so much for the support, you guys. Sliding into the COVID ravine. Well, guys, the good news is we are at a point where we will have vaccines. We do have antiviral therapies. The therapies are what the big deal is. How far have we walked? We've only walked that far. Seems like we walked a lot further, isn't it? You know, so you're going to have therapies. That's actually what's more important. You see my flashlight? I don't even know if I can operate the flashlight. Let me see if I can turn that on. Click. Yeah, I can't turn on flashlight because light is being used by another app. So you can't turn it on. Anyways, you're going to have therapies. You know, HIV/AIDS doesn't have a cure, but people can live with that as long as they do the right things and don't put themselves in high-risk situations. They can live with that for 35, 40 years, you know, and it doesn't mean that you're cured. It just means that, you know, you're Magic Johnson and you have the therapies for it. So there you go. Okay, so we are keeping going. I am winded, yeah, a little bit. I'm not in very good shape, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's also very hot out here, and I'm carrying an extra few pounds of water on my back and another few pounds of water in my hands. Gates says that the older people need multiple shots. They may, and that's because that is how vaccines work. All right, so before you get on the Bill Gates is the devil bandwagon, he may very well be. I don't know. I don't know about that. But so the way the vaccines are going to work is you're going to have either a vaccine that stops it entirely and gives you an antivirus response for your life, or you're going to have to build up an antiviral response over several doses. And a person's immune system is just like an older person's SKU, build up an immunity to it, an antiviral to it. Your body makes a response for over and over again. Bill Gates does like vaccines. He's been working with the WHO for many, many years to bring vaccines to people. There's been some lawsuits against him. It's 103, geez, Louise. It's 103, I guess I'm doing okay. So he has been working, there's been some lawsuits in India that some of the vaccines that he introduced to that country have done terrible things. I don't know if that's the case. India has its own set of problems. Not exactly, it's not exactly an even playing field. So for example, if you live in America and you're considered a poverty-stricken person, I feel bad for you and I hope the best for you and God bless you for the life you have to live. And I've never lived that life, but you can go down in a place like Las Vegas. There's a place right in Maryland Parkway where you can always see a doctor. Always. You're never denied medical coverage. Your medical coverage is basically guaranteed in this country. And if you're under income, you're always going to see a doctor. You might not get the same level of care as a wealthy person, and that's unfortunate. And I wish we'd have that multi-tiered system. But in India, there's some places that are so rural in the middle of nowhere that they don't even have access to a vaccine if they wanted it, because they work every day for their bread, literally, to try to feed their families. So, you know, we have multiple doses of vaccines in people in this country. I'm not teaching you that you should get one. That's your choice. Okay, I'm just telling you the way it works. In this country, we have multiple doses of vaccines for children. You get vaccines and you get boosters throughout the first few years of your life. We do have a Subway down here. Maybe I'll do Subway tonight. I went to Subway the other night. They were closed early. I even put in my order and paid online, and I couldn't get my sandwiches. That was a bummer. But anyways, we have this giant plaza down here. Look how big this is in the middle of nowhere. Subway. There used to be a cowboy saloon down here that moved over to the South Point. There's a recording studio, jiu-jitsu, banquet halls. The Antique Mall of America is down here, but it looks very closed from where I'm standing. Like, it looks like there's no things in there anymore. I hope it hasn't closed forever. Massage parlors, tattoo parlors, an event center. That's really all you got at Vegas Point Plaza. They used to do Grandview timeshare tours until they moved them to the resort. This is where you would go. The guy from Timeshare would say, "You're going on the other side of the Mandalay Bay." 5 miles later, you're like, "Where the hell am I? How do I get back? Oh, I gotta wait for your shuttle. Oh, I'm trapped." Take vitamins and fortify your immune system. I started taking, there's a church in here. Cool, I did not know that. So guys, there's apparently a church in here too. It's a very big plaza. It goes very deep. I started taking vitamin D today, 4,000 IUs vitamin D, but that's good for men in general. It's good for your immune system. I couldn't find any during the outbreak, and then I finally found some that I didn't have to buy online, so I bought it. So if people get the vaccine, they need not worry about those two who don't. Well, to a certain extent, I don't know how that works. I'm thinking to myself, well, will you still be an asymptomatic carrier and infecting people? Do you have to wear a mask? Then on top of that, Barack Obama's former Surgeon General, he said on an interview that I watched with a news guy, he said that even if you get antibodies, it might not be enough. We don't know how many antibodies are enough antibodies. This is a weekly stay right here. So if you're coming into Vegas and you need a place for a week, you can stay here. This is where a lot of people go when they can't afford or don't have the credit to stay in a regular place. They're very small. And, you have cable, a television, a telephone, hot water, air conditioning, the suites. But this is not the place you want to stay if you come to Vegas. So there you go. I mean, it's your choice if you get a vaccine, but what I recommend is that you read both sides of the argument. There's a good channel called Valuetainment, and he always has both sides of the argument evenly represented. So you can take a look and see what he has to say. He had a debate between anti-vaccine and pro-vaccine people. Both people put out all their thoughts on the subject, and now you can make a better decision for yourself, for your future children, for everybody in your life that you're responsible for. Lee's Discount Liquor, a Vegas staple, of course. Can't believe there's 643 people watching me. If you're just tuning in, we are walking down the Las Vegas Strip. Although it doesn't look like it, we are definitely here. This is the south end of the Strip, very far from the main casinos. We're walking up past Blue Diamond Road to the Silverton, and we've been on this stream for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Get free samples. They used to have those. They don't have them now. That was Governor Sisolak's order. No free samples right now. No action on this walk. Just talk. Sorry, J Media. You're always in my chats. You know what's funny about that? If I was sitting in front of a green screen with a nice background, it would be the same thing, wouldn't it? And nobody would be criticizing me. So, yeah, I just thought I would show you a funky side of the Las Vegas Strip. You might be thinking, hey, should I go to the South Point and stay there? Well, now you have some background scope on what you're going to see at the South Point. And so now, this is fun. The road ends, or the sidewalks end, and your sidewalks are gone. Stephen, many of us are in blackjack withdrawal. He hasn't been on the stream for days. This is true. You know, I started running my AC. He'll come back. I have him on the stream right when I start the stream. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. So let's see. Oh my God, Ms. Corey B loves the walk. Thank you guys. So I guess not everybody hates the walk. You can get COVID twice now here in my city. The nursing home has patients that have had it in March, and they're having it again. There's a funny thing about different COVID strains, okay? Do you guys want to hear about COVID strains? Do you want to hear about people that have been infected many times? I can answer any questions you have. Probably even heard about it. But if you want to hear about what they discovered in India that makes it a very strange thing, you guys can tell me yes or no. Yes. Okay, we got yes. Going to the Fremont tomorrow. Collect the free play at the Plaza and the D. Good idea. Lots of free play. Wynn is offering us a deal. 125 on the weekdays, 145 on the weekends. Okay, so coming into the United States, where in Canada, where most of you guys are probably located right now, we had two different types of strains. One was coming from Europe, one was coming from China. Predictably, the one on the East Coast was coming from Europe, and the one on the West Coast was from China. And then not predictably, Blackjack has all of his shots. He sure does. And then not predictably, you then had new strains, like one in Chicago. That was weird. That was very communicable. Thank you, Okerlund. You are very generous. The strain in Chicago was the one that basically fired up everywhere. And all of a sudden, everybody started having it in New York. New York was a giant problem from the get-go. The governor forced people back into the nursing homes on executive order for some reason. Then they had subway cars, and everything in New York is made out of metal, which COVID lasts a long time on, apparently. But in India, when they first got their first case, they took it apart, and they found out it strangely has parts of HIV/AIDS type markers in it. And that's something that is the body can't fight. So there's people in China that have gotten COVID 3-4 times. Healthier young individuals, mostly men, okay? I say in China, it might be because men smoke a lot and women don't. I don't know. But some people get it 3-4 times. They're getting reinfected from it. Your body forms antibodies, but it never completely clears the system. It's a weird disease. So I take exception to when people tell me that they'd rather have COVID than a vaccination, because I think I'd rather have no vaccination and no COVID, you know? Are the majority of the casino bankrupt yet because of the coronavirus? Now they're going to close down Las Vegas. No, the casinos are not bankrupt. None of that's happened. I mean, the El Dorado Resorts based out of Reno, Nevada, just purchased Caesars Entertainment based out of Las Vegas for $8 billion, plus they bought a bunch of their debt for $17 billion total deal, and they're not bankrupt. But Caesars was basically bankrupt for the last several years. Oh my God, I enjoyed the different walk, enjoying some other areas. Thank you. Thank you, Paper City Gamer Jeff. One bottle down, next bottle to go. Do bats make good pets? No, Rick, they don't. Bats got us into this problem. I got TJ in the house with Jorge. Thank you for watching me from TJ, Tijuana, Mexico. I used to live there. Just a small thanks for all the entertainment and info you provide us. Desert Walk is pretty cool. Thank you, Debbie. You're awesome. Debbie was afraid that I wouldn't be speaking my mind. I'm speaking my mind, Debbie. How do you get home after the walk? I walk. I don't mind. I'm wearing a Camelback right now, actually, Ram Charger. It's only about a liter worth of Camelback, so I need to buy some more water. I don't need to ride home, trust me on this. I need a ride to work tomorrow, but I think I'm just going to have to stay home tomorrow. I got my second bottle of water that I'm opening right now. What are you sipping on, Chief? Looks like Ciroc. This is Smart Water. Smart Water. This is a cucumber lime flavored water. If I was drinking Ciroc, you guys would know it. I would be incoherent and stupid on the stream, and I'd probably start fighting with people who want to throw around stupid crap. Thank Daddy, guys. 646 times it's working because you guys are actually watching, and even though I'm walking down Las Vegas Boulevard South, I'm not wearing my face mask, but you guys can get them at vegasfacemask.com if you guys want to. Hey, didn't run into there's no homeless people out here. Why would they be out here? So that's a question, right? There's no homeless people out here because I'm the only traffic they might see all night. Makes no sense for them to be out here. So we have rental cars down here, Fox rental car. I've heard they're incredibly cheap. What happened to my car? Well, it's a long story. It's a 2001 RAV4. A couple of years ago, a check engine light came on and I took it to the dealership because no other mechanic could figure it out, and they replaced the entire exhaust system on it because they said they couldn't just get rid of one part. It's modular, and they couldn't fix it. And then the check engine light remained, and they said $3,000 for a computer and $1,000 to put it in. And I said no. So now I have losing power. I brought it to Ted Weens. Been around Las Vegas for 60 years plus, that company, and they're going to take a look at it. They'll know by tomorrow. Who knows? Probably cost me well over $1,000 to fix it. That's usually how old cars go. It was the catalytic converter. We don't know that. Play to win. Could be. The guy said could be catalytic converter. Could be an oxygen sensor. Could be a number of things. We're coming up on Blue Diamond Road in a few minutes here. We have another Budget Suites across the street. We have some Timeshares we're going to be walking past as well. Aloha, Steven. What animal is on your smart water bottle? Just curious. There's no water. There's no animal on this one. Unless there was an animal above the lid and I threw it away. Sorry about that. Biden couldn't hold Trump's jockstrap. I don't know. A lot of people like Biden, I guess. My old Toyota died like that at 180,000 miles. Well, we'll see. I hope it's not dead because I certainly can't afford a new vehicle. And since we're fixing credit, we're not financing anything right now anyways. Enjoying this walk tonight. Tip for you, freeze 3/4 of your Camelback water. It'll melt slowly. That's a great tip because I was telling the wife that if I put ice in it, the ice will melt down to less volume of water. I'm not going to the tunnel people, Johnny. A couple of reasons. Number one, it would be exploitative of them. They don't like that life they live. I'm sure of it. Some of them probably don't. They want their pride. Secondly, I don't want to put myself in harm's way. Thirdly, coronavirus. That's the legitimate coronavirus reason you'll ever hear. Right there. How far is South Point from where you're at? I don't know. Maybe a mile or two. It's all the way down there. right above where my shadow is. You can see South Point all the way down there, guys. Best of luck on the car. Thank you, guys. I miss my Toyota. I drive a Dodge Challenger now. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, no, I mean, I like Toyotas. They say when you're successful, you should drive a nice car. Well, I drive a piece of crap car, and I'm not successful. So that's what that is. But my boss is a great guy. He's trying to do basically some leadership courses with me, so maybe I become a better person. Steven, is your wife working full-time at the hospital? My wife has never worked at a hospital. You might be thinking of another blogger, J Media. My wife has never worked in healthcare, not a single day of her life. Not a single day. No, my wife makes face masks from basically 8 in the morning all the way up until 10 o'clock at night with a couple of breaks throughout the day. So, do I need to pick you up tomorrow and take you to work? I can pick up my masks then. I would need a ride back, so I'm not going to put you out like that, Mark. But I can work remotely from home. I basically have all my stuff from work on my computer at my house. Be away from the office Thursday and Friday. So I'll have to take you up on a ride one of those days. Oops, thought he mentioned healthcare. That's okay, J Media. No problem, my friend. So many bloggers, so many people doing so many things, it's easy to miss track. You're always a better person to me. Well, thank you, John Boy. It's about improving as a person. I don't know if I'll ever be a millionaire, but hey, life is like a box of chocolates. Where are we going, Forrest? Oh, so we're walking event alone. We're on the famous Las Vegas Strip, but we're not at the famous part. This is the Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard South. This is actually a timeshare right to the left of me right here. And we're going to walk past Wyndham, Cancun. We're going to get up to Blue Diamond Road, and then we're going to walk over the interstate one more time, all the way to the Silverton. Then I'm going to sit down and stop walking, for God's sakes, because I've been walking now for an hour and 23 minutes. I walk everywhere. Well, I can't walk to my job. It's 6 and 3/4 miles. And I'm not taking a bus. And there's no Ubers. And the Ubers you take are overpriced because they're XLs when you don't need one. And that is overpriced for me right now. I'm just a single person. Whew. Let's see here. Can we get rid of Bob? I don't know. Moderators, do something with Bob, please. I can't do it on my phone. Literally human people on me, flying at me right now. I can't even see what Bob is saying. Play to Win says buy a bike. That would be a good idea. I would buy a bike. Bikes have been sold out for the last several months. So yeah, I hope I get my car fixed. I'm sure I will. So yep, he slated that he had a ride. I have a way to get home. You guys don't have to worry about me. It's not a scary universe out there for me today. It's only a positive one. Plus, I haven't eaten all day. So I'm burning all the calories. I'm doing my fasting. So a Detroit bus driver complained of people not wearing a mask. He died a week later. Ooh, that hurts, guys. I live in Detroit. Get on the bandwagon. Hop on the mask. So timeshare resorts always have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful landscaping out here. Now, I once came in this general direction because somebody was giving away wood for free. You're far out, Steven. Oh, you're far out too, man. Thank you. Thank him 644 times, guys. We got a bunch of free wood down here. Turns out it was mesquite, and you can't burn mesquite wood. It makes a bad thing that hurts your chimney. We had a place with a wood burning fireplace once. It was nice. We were trying to buy that house, and then we got forced out of it. That's the way it is. Feels like I am vicariously getting my daily steps in. I know somebody on my channel said that they would watch my live streams while they walked on a treadmill. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like a simulator. Uber XL is bigger. Yeah, Uber XL is the only thing that you're allowed to run right now. Maybe that changes soon because they say there's social distancing in an Uber XL, which is complete and total garbage. There's no car you can sit in where the back is 6 feet away from another person, but you'd be back in the back seat of a Uber. And we talked to Mark the other day about Ubers. They're offering to put drivers having shields in the cars, and they're so nice. They're willing to let the drivers do it if the drivers pay for it. And that was totally sarcasm. So we have some bars up here, of course, closed. This is a U-Haul storage facility right here. So they put people in the door, in the windows, so it looks like there's people actually there. I can't show you because the lights don't work well out here. So this is a very safe area. I wouldn't be worried about walking this area by myself. Plus, I'm walking it with 656 other people, which is very nice. So if you're just joining us, my name's Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. You may want to consider the Patreon. That way you guys can get connected with me. I'll be posting up more in the Patreon as we go on. I think I have 150 different things to unlock there already, so I'll be posting more for you guys too. Every empty scary. Well, I mean, this area is not really that busy to begin with. So this is WorldMark by Wyndham. It's a timeshare property. We do see some people in there, guard gated, which is nice. Can't go in unless you're an invited guest. It's always been that way. That's not a coronavirus thing. These timeshare resorts are nice to stay in, not necessarily own. And there is a crazy man across the street screaming out. We have some more liquor markets, budget suites. We're not that tremendously far away from Blue Diamond Road. And then we're going to walk over the interstate to the Silverton, which is very nice. I've been testing out whether or not they have. That's very disconcerting to me. I would like to live stream from the Raiders Stadium if I could, but I can't because there's less than half a megabit per second upload speed. So we're going to have some interesting times if there was ever crowds out there. They said they would fix that. I don't think they will now for a while. Steve, are you familiar with RCI Timeshare, and do they have locations in Vegas? Sure. That's an RCI timeshare. RCI, WorldMark by Wyndham. Lots of RCI timeshares. Hilton Grand Vacation is RCI. The Grand View is an RCI property. Anything with a Wyndham name is an RCI property. Tons and tons of RCI affiliations. Tons of timeshare rooms in Las Vegas. Tons of them. I'm walking past one right now. The next one I'll pass will be the Cancun resort. That'll be Interval International, which is the other side of timeshare. And you gotta love the sprinklers going off and get a nice mist, nice cool mist on my silk Tommy Bahama shirt. That's smart of me. Grandview sucks, Crystal says. Well, I mean, you know, I'm not a fan because I promoted it and they were very mean to my guests that I signed up to do the tour. And they hold you hostage in a way. It's not really worth it. Can you rent a timeshare room in Vegas? Yes, you can. Actually, Wyndham has a huge rental system for just single stays. You don't have to own a timeshare to stay at one. You can rent the Alara over at the Miracle Mile shop area. That's a Hilton Grand Vacation Alara. You can rent any of the Flamingo property. Flamingo has the RCI Hilton right there. So yeah, you can rent any timeshare, not just RCI. You can rent any of these rooms as long as they're empty. Crystal says she owns one. She's a dummy. I don't think you're dumb. I think you probably were panic purchased because you thought that there was extreme scarcity, but that wasn't the case, and that's a problem. People don't understand timeshare. It works for certain people, but you never have to be making the decision today. And I'm sorry that you're having a hard time with it. Just do the $20 palm trick at the hotels. It doesn't always work though. And actually timeshares are beneficial because they have full-on kitchens in every single one of them. And they are nice properties with huge game rooms usually, very nice pools in most cases. So there are benefits to timeshare, not necessarily advocating owning one. And staying in one as a hotel room that you never own can be a good thing for you guys. I'm sure you got a blender when you joined. Well, yeah. Out here in Vegas, they're not doing blenders. Out here in Vegas, they're doing Cirque du Soleil show tickets, $100 gaming vouchers for various properties, cash gift cards, buffet passes, free round airfares to and from the city, that kind of stuff. Hello, neighbors. We're selling some nice face shields and face masks. Feel free to call us. Thank you. $12 for paper ones, $15 for 50 pieces. Your kids are not going to be that happy wearing face shields. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's not me, by the way. I'm not doing that. I work off of word of mouth from people who are not looking to buy pieces of paper that they dispose of. Bad for the environment, those face masks that are paper. The borrower is slave to the lender. This is true. You got yourself some Babylonian economics going on there. Sure. Excuse me. When you can get a room at a hotel for several days. Well, if you buy into timeshare, this is the Desert Sands. This is resort style living. So this is not a timeshare. This is actually a place where you can go and live full time. Well, if you buy into a timeshare, your room is always going to be basically upkept. Part of the fees that go up every year, unfortunately, they do keep going up. The resort, maintenance fees are. So you can vote on what you want done in a lot of cases. So if the members all vote collectively, they want brand new 4K TVs, or they want to have a brand new pool, that's where your money goes. It's like having an HOA. They keep up the property. Properties are always nice. If you buy timeshare points, you have more flexibility, so you're not always pigeonholed into going for a vacation at the same time, same week of the year, and so on and so forth. If you stay at a property on the strip, you may get a nice room, you may not get a nice room. I'm not going to argue about the ownership side of timeshare, because that's bogus. You're not going to see an appreciation of value on a timeshare no matter what they tell you. But you're also going to pay a resort fee at the resort on the strip. You're never going to pay a resort fee if you go out to your timeshare. So if you rent a timeshare, there's no resort fee. If you spend $100 a night to stay at a timeshare with a full kitchen, giant refrigerator, it's Thanksgiving, you have a full-on kitchen, you can cook a turkey in there if you decided to do so, then you have that. You're not paying a resort fee, and you have a beautiful pool, usually a very nice weight room, a restaurant on site. You might give up room service. You see, there's a whole bunch of trade-offs. But you can stay on the main strip too, and you can have a great time, but you don't know the room you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to pay, $150 for a room and then another $50 for a resort fee, and then have a crappy room with loud-ass neighbors. Timeshares are generally built better. This is the Cancun resort. This is a Diamond property over here. So we have Diamond Resort Interval International. They also own the Polo Towers out here. Cancun, we've been in the rooms. Their pool in the back that you can't see from here has got a giant water slide, a giant Mayan style pyramid, and it's actually very Mexican looking out here in Las Vegas. Not a terrible little property at all by any means, but again, would I stay there as a room stay? Sure I would. Hell, you want to throw me a free stay at the Grandview because you're not using it? I'll blog the room for you guys. I'll do a nice little video for you. 15 minutes long, but I'm not going to own one. When we go to the Philippines, we stay in a timeshare. We don't own it, we just rent it, because I know it's got all the amenities I want from an American style room. So here we go, the Grandview has resort fees, Bill C says. Well, that's a new one to me. The Grandview is one of the only ones I've ever seen, because most timeshares will advertise that you don't pay resort fees. So boo on the Grandview. Are the golf courses open? Yes, they are. Good question now, Darren. Things can change so much in Vegas in a few years. Things change momentarily nowadays in the city of Las Vegas. So there's a giant shopping center across the street from us. We have a Smith's. I'm going to flip my camera out. I'm going to take this as an opportunity, if you're just tuning in, to advertise the wife's face mask business. And then I'm going to go back so we don't have as far of a zoom. It made sense up the South Point. Doesn't make sense so much right now. So just watching, my name's Steven. I am not leaving Las Vegas. This is vegasfacemask.com, no S on the end. Let's flip back, and you get 2 for $25. Now you can see it across the street a little bit better. So Smith's is owned by the Kroger Corporation. So if you guys go to Kroger out in Ohio, you go to Smith's, your rewards card and your discount cards work the same way. Just put in your phone number. These are some residential kind of towers. Not a timeshare, just some ugly looking towers. These are very not Vegas style. You don't see anything like this. Vegas is all about glass and cool looking stuff, but that's just some ugly towers. There's your Cancun resort. You can see how big that place is over there. Pretty large timeshare resort. And then across the street again, we have a little shopping center supporting the entire area with all these timeshare rooms. All right, Airbnb is a website which fences people's properties. You don't know if those properties are privately cleaned. Yeah, so there's been a couple of bad experiences with Airbnb wherein people got robbed. There are some tragic things that happened at Airbnbs. Basically, Airbnb is where, oh my God, Chris. Hi, Chris and Casey from Seattle. 5 Vegas visits. Wow. So we're going to say Chris and Casey. Shout out to Chris and Casey for being incredibly generous on the live stream. Thank you so much, Chris. Guys, you need to shout Chris out for me 660 times. That was very generous of him. No reason to do that except for he loves Vegas and he's seeing a weird part of Vegas that nobody ever sees. If you're just joining us, we're on the South Las Vegas Boulevard. Literally Las Vegas Boulevard. Doesn't, except for the South Point. We saw that a while back. So we have Smith's, Steiner's, which is a type of German beer house. Money Tree, CBD, Starbucks, Port of Subs. I mean, this is just like what's near my house, a little bit smaller, and it supports the area. We do have also the Oasis RV resort over here, so you can park your RV, have your sewage lines and your electricity all taken care of. Our gym's open. Yeah, it depends on the gym. EOS it's called. Fitness is open. Fitness for 10 I think still has a location. Whoa, Okerlund, you should get a CCW. Ooh, I don't know about that. Here's the trick about having a CCW. You better damn well know how to use it, because a weapon that you carry for self-defense is as good as the person who has it. And so, yeah, if you're going to do a CCW course, make sure you know how to use the damn thing, my friends. I need shows, pools, and food before I go. Quick water break there. Thanks again, Okerlund. Okerlund's always sending me stuff on Messenger. I always get a grin, although I don't always reply. I get a lot of texts on Messenger nowadays. Let's see, bootleggers or bootlickers? Well, I don't know. Those have very different meanings, don't they? So you can stay in Vegas and run to the money tree if you have to get some more money to gamble with, I suppose. Look at this, guys. We have arrived at Blue Diamond Road. If I continued walking for about 15 minutes, I would be at the outlet center, Mandalay Bay. We're not doing either of those things right now because we've been walking for 1 hour and 38 minutes. We are safe out here. So I have one and I know how to use it. That's my point. You really need to know how to use your weapons. I took a Filipino martial arts defense course. I learned how to use a knife and improvised weaponry really, really well. Most people don't know how to use a knife. It's self-defense. The trick is, if you're right-handed, use your right hand. Most people put in their left hand. That's the wrong way to do it. Anyways, I'm not going to get into weird weapon stuff with you. My point is this. Take some self-defense courses. Richard says I'm a beast. I'm just a foolish beast. I'm like a water buffalo. The water buffalo would be back in the plains up in Montana called the Blackfoot. And do you guys want to know why they're called the Blackfoot? They're called the Blackfoot because they would light the grass on fire and force the buffalo over the cliff. And the buffalo would fall to their deaths. And after the grass was burned, they would walk on the embers of the grass, not the hot embers, but the remains of the grass. And they would get black feet, so they became known as the Blackfoot Indians. So I'm just one of those buffalo that has to be pushed to the end of a cliff. You do things because you love to do them. I love to do these live streams. Now we got to figure out, do we stay on this side or do you go to that side? Because one of these sides is going to have our way over the interstate. We have to go all the way over here. Alberta Buffalo Jumps. Yep, Jimmy K is right. There's a place called Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. And Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump is where that happened. And it's a historical area. And it's a very interestingly helped build this country before there was a country. It's very hard to hit the like button for people because they're watching the chat sometimes. Is any way for them to hit the like button? They have to exit the chat, hit the like button, then come back to the live chat. Best channel in Vegas, Mr. XYZ says, well, thank you guys. My video today, I filmed it on my GoPro Hero 7 Black. I do have other better cameras, technically. I have a G9, and there's a new camera. I'm going to have to sell my Panasonic that I just purchased and buy a Sony. Once it comes out, it'll be the perfect camera for everything I would need video-wise. But in the video today, I went out to the Strip, went to my wedding chapel where my wife and I got married, and I did that blog with you guys. It was a 1080p, 60 frames per second. Talked about all the news with you guys. That was good in Las Vegas. I'm trying to be the best blogger in all of Las Vegas. I have to get better skills at everything. Trying to be the best live streamer. There's other ones out there too. They get more audience share. They go downtown and they get 1,500 people watching, and I'm just amazed that I've doubled my audience, but I still have 1,200 watching on mine. So maybe I'm doing something right. What's a good camera for a beginner that's thinking about live streaming? You need a cell phone for live streaming, unless you're going to live stream in your house. So you'd have to tell me, Richard, are you live streaming in your house, or are you live streaming on mobile like I am right now? So if you're live streaming mobile, probably the best option for you is the S20 Ultra, because it has an ultra wide camera. When I flip it around twice, it goes from standard, which is what you're in right now, then it'll be me, you'll see my front face, then it'll go wide angle when I flip it back. If you're in your house and you're live streaming and you don't care about versatility, you get a Logitech Dollars. It's a very good 4K 1080p camera. And has very good low light. But you need good audio. That's what you need. Right now I don't have good audio. You can probably hear the cars. Today in my thing I had very good audio. You need a very good audio setup if you're going to do live streaming with any kind of webcam or camera. S20 Ultra, Logitech something. Logitech LOGI. It's a $250 to $300 camera, sold out everywhere. So yeah, if you're just plugging it in, you want to have that work, get the Logitech. If you don't care about green screens and complicated stuff, you can get the Logitech LOGI, it's called, and it's a very good 4K camera. But you need a good microphone. I would say just Samsung makes good mics. You need to have good USB audio. You should not use USB audio, but I do. You should always use better audio. Rode, RODE, they make one USB mic. These are not, they're more expensive than your webcam, but trust me on this. Your audio makes a big difference. You can have the best looking video in the world. If your audio is garbage, it diminishes the experience more than the video almost. Raiders 1967 is a Raiders channel. Okerlund. Whoa, thank you, Okerlund. Do you have something for sale by chance? A Samson, like Samson from the Bible. And I don't have a Samson mic. Just eBay, Amazon. I have a lot of gear and stuff. Like I use a wireless mic setup for my filming that I go out and do my news reports, and I have a lot of stuff, but I don't sell any of it because I use all of it. Yeah, I mean, you can buy that Rode mic is like a $90 microphone, but there's $300-400 microphones out there. You can go on YouTube. There's some good channels that'll show you that stuff. Not me. I'm not a good channel to show you that stuff. Thank you so much. Love the channel. Love Vegas. We're going to walk to the Silverton above my finger. We're going to be there soon, guys. There's a lot of cars on Blue Diamond Road. The reason why is that it's a major interchange to get onto the 15 to go either to LA or north back to the Strip. Plus, it's a major north. It's a major east-west corridor to go out to West Las Vegas. The speed limit on Blue Diamond is 55 miles per hour for the whole thing, so it's nice to go faster. So there we go. He's making me thirsty. I am thirsty. I'm stuck in bottled water now. Water. I'm in the deep south of the Strip. Yeah, but not in a derogatory way. The house looks are light in the distance that way. Very nice. Are there sketchy people? No, nobody here is sketchy. This is pretty nice and pretty much good area, but we will come up to the sketchiest area in this entire area. It's going to be the Travel, I can't remember what it's called, Travel America or something like that. It's a big old truck stop, and you're not going to want to go there if you don't have to. They have what my wife refers to as lot lizards. Oh my God, Ambrosia, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I appreciate you guys. We're an hour and 45 minutes into this marathon live stream. You guys are great. Wow. So yeah, we're going to get there. There is a Chevron where I could get my Bargs diet root beer. I love Bargs. It's really just a young me kind of memory from when I was a kid, and I loved Bargs root beer when it came out. So there it is. Wow, thank you guys so much for being generous. You guys are great. What do we see there? Lot lizards. I know, it's funny, right? I'm not telling you what that is. I'm not telling you what that is. See more money for water, J Media says. I'm trying to read your chats, guys. Yeah, we have 564 people watching. It drops when I'm not looking at interesting stuff. Trust me. Of the colors of my mind. I don't know what that means. Dad's root beer. I remember Dad's root beer. I've never seen it for sale in this part of the country. We drank the heck out of that in Canada. I think you can buy it maybe at big retail. It's the one that looks like it's in actual beer bottles. We always made a joke back in the day. Buy some Dad's root beer, rip the label off, drive past cops, acting all drunk. Not a good idea. Don't do what I say. Don't ever do that. Doesn't Bargs root beer have caffeine? No, it's caffeine free. Most root beer is. Root beer comes from sarsaparilla roots, and most of them are caffeine free. And so Bargs is the one with bite, but it has no caffeine in it. Caffeine free from what I wrote on the label. Mug root beer is good. A&W root beer is tasty. I remember A&W from when I was a kid. A little bit different in this country. Grab something to eat. Irving says, well, you know, I don't have a car, so I can't exactly do anything. And I refuse to pay $6 for food that costs $7 and Grubhub it. So it is what it is, right? Right. So let's see. What should be done with the vacant concert lot across from Mandalay Bay? They're going to build a community garden center because that's the October 1st incident site. So they're going to be building that at some point. They actually said they were going to use it as parking. How dare you? You guys are going to use that as parking and charge people? Like, go to hell. MGM, you have some nerve. That would be the worst thing they could do. Now, there's not going to be any people for the Raiders games, it looks like. So they could still, at the last minute, say, hey, guess what? People at the Raiders games, but I really doubt it. Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, says either everybody goes or nobody goes. He's refusing to go unless everybody can go, which is good. Hires, but you also have like things that I can't get them here. Somebody was so cool, sent me craft dinner from Canada. That's macaroni and cheese to you guys here in the States with us. And, you know, old Dutch potato chips. Oh, God, I love it. So what is going on over here? Looks like we have some line work or something happening. These guys never stop. Yeah, we got generators. What the hell? Maybe they're doing a heist. Mobile drilling. They're drilling into the Silverton, into the vault like in Ocean's 11. Nothing like that. So we're going to see the Interstate 15 in a minute. We can see Silverton right across the way here. They shut down indoor dining, Las Vegas. I don't think they're going to shut down indoor dining. I don't think anything's really going to shut down at this point anymore. I think I feel bad for those bloggers who are making a mint. And oh no, more bad news for Vegas. More uncertainty. Well, yeah, got it. And they're getting their clicks. What's going to happen when things open back up? Jamie says, stay hydrated. Thank you, Jamie. Wow. There's the Luxor light beam right there behind everything. And we're going to get across. Let's just jaywalk. I have to tap into my Camelback that I'm wearing right now. I miss President's Choice Canadian burger chips. I miss when I was a kid, I hated going to the Real Canadian Superstore because I thought it indicated that we were poor. Now that I'm an adult that has to buy food, I wish that I had that store, but I heard it was different now. I haven't been back to Canada in a long time. So here we are. Now, you can't see anything for the interstate right here. They put this like fake mountain up here, so we'll get the interstate view in a minute. There's the Silverton. Gonna be here. Ketchup chips are the bomb. You can buy ketchup chips in the eastern part of the United States called Herbs, and they make ketchup chips. So of course, yes, they sell Miss Vicky's kettle brand chips, and a couple of the major grocery stores have their own store brands of kettle chips. I am really love me some jalapeno chips. Jalapeno kettle chips are the best thing ever. Is Vegas in the red zone? I think so still. And you see how website comes out. They leak that we're in the red zone. They only focus on Vegas, but we're in the red zone. And that website, if you go to it, it's not an objective website, okay? The whole site is just hit pieces about how the president's doing a terrible job, which makes them not objective, which makes them a site that I can't completely trust their data on. And they couldn't cite the sources they got their red zone information from. So I don't know if any of that's true, but I did report it, and I did mention, I think in the video, that site is not exactly an unbiased news source. Check eBay for different foods. There's actually a website, I think, that imports Canadian foods into the United States. They just jack the prices to such an extent that I can't justify it. I'll send you Carolina Reaper chips. Hey man, I'll eat them, Jim. My P.O. box is in the description of every video. If you guys don't know this, YouTube videos have a thing underneath the video where you can click see more or something like that. And a lot of video channels have some good links in there. Me, I just have my e-bagging links where you can find PayPal and Cash Apps and a P.O. box in case you want to send me something in the P.O. box, which is always nice when I get something in the P.O. box. I'm always grateful, and I say thank you to God and to whoever sent it to me. Oopsie, I said God. You guys are not going to like me very much anymore. Nowadays, you can't say that. Anyways, here's what we got. Where'd all my chats go? I have no more chats left. So here we are, Blue Diamond Road. Update on the Luxor. No update to be had. I could always rehash the video, but how in the hell? What is going on here? How am I supposed to get to the stores? Look, there's no sidewalk this way. there's a sidewalk down here. And I gotta be truthful with you, I'm getting a little bit tired. Okay, it looks like this sidewalk. Oh, is this not the stabbiest neighborhood you've ever been to? Stabbiest, you know, stabby. Hey buddy, give me your phone. You got a nice looking phone. Why are you talking like a guy from the New York in the 30s? I don't know, give me your phone. I'm gonna stab you. That's stabbiest. So when I say it's getting stabby down here, that's what I'm talking about. Because the problem is, people live down here right here. So at least there's a big ass fence in a blind corner. Oh shit. Oh, I shouldn't have said the curse word. I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional. Let's just go past here really fast, because there are actually people down there. You can see it right there. Okay, I gotta be quiet. Okay, hold on. Why am I singing the Pink Panther theme? All right, so there's a guy over here. Let's just like walk and be respectful. All right, I'm just gonna walk past this guy quietly. I'm not saying nothing. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So, yeah, just doing a little landscaping here at the Silverton. Understand any of this? I don't know why there's landscaping happening at the Silverton, but that's what he's doing. All right. So let's keep on going. Okay. All right. So that's good. And whatever you do, make sure you wear your face mask, because that's our biggest concern. Don't worry about all the people that have no place to sleep tonight, because we're spending mandate money on face masks. Oh my God, I'm being critical of the governor. You guys are going to tell me I'm some dirty political name. Anyways, look at that. It's the Silverton. I'm going to stop for half a second right here. Put this down right here. Looks like we made it. Yeah, it was a little sketch over there, unfortunately, but that's the way it sometimes goes. That's the way the story goes. Obstacle course. I'm not scared, I'm cautious. I'm not afraid of things. I am diligent to make it out alive, right? You need to walk to scary areas. You do not need to walk in scary areas. No. How would I know this was coming up, my friend? I don't know. I mean, I thought I could just walk this way. Walk this way. I thought I could just walk this way, and I couldn't. And so I had to go down this stupid underpass. Why would you do this? That's so dumb. I would say it's the R word, but then people would tell me I'm not socially nice to people. It's just, you know, retracted. That's a retracted thing. Gas is $2.77, by the way. I travel in America. All right, so now you know the gas price. Silverton, come join the fun. That was an old ad they had a million years ago for the Silverton. So we're gonna walk towards Silverton now. Silverton is another property that doesn't really like you whipping out the camera. We got the moon in the sky over the Silverton. Homeless guys are not threatening. Oh man, we're doing this again. Are we doing this again? How's this, man? I'm sorry, I'm not mad at you for saying that. I'm gonna tell you right now how calm I am. I've seen homeless people that are chill, mellow, and nice. I've also seen homeless people on PCP. You want to tell me a homeless guy on PCP isn't threatening? You go deal with that guy, because the cops can't deal with him without 7 officers to hold him down. So what I will tell you is this, okay? Homelessness is a desperate situation in many cases. In some cases it's not. But if it's a desperate situation, people do desperate things. Okay, so please don't tell me about the situation on homelessness in Las Vegas, because I don't tell you about what it's like where you're at, because you have a different experience than me, and that's what I'm saying. So you're not necessarily wrong, but you got to remember, desperate measures, desperate times, it causes for the desperate measures. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Lorna. I'm not schooling anybody. I'm just saying a wide angle. Watch, wide angle, boom. Now we're in a wide angle mode. So in my experience, some homeless people in Vegas will talk to you like normal people. Some people have extreme problems with substance abuse, and they're not the right person. That's not them. Substance abuse makes people not the same person. Okay? Now you're gonna criticize a person and say, well, just stop doing drugs. Study up on how drugs affect you. Do that. Don't act like you know, because you don't know, okay? So when you study up on how drugs really affect you, you see that you're not the same person that you were before the drugs, and it's a bad problem. Is Bass Pro Shop still in Silverton? Sure is. Let's see if we can get there. We only have a few thousand more steps to go, but we are at Silverton finally. I would just jump over this cliff and ravine, but I'm not Mr. Badassery parkour man out here, nothing like that. Hey Steven, is the buffet open? No, it's not. The only buffets open right now are the Wynn. It's a restaurant, it's not a buffet. They bring you the food. South Point, which we saw on this live stream, the Wicked Spoon over at the Cosmo, and soon enough, the Bacchanal Buffet is said to be opening over at the Caesars Palace. This is the Travel America truck stop across the street. You see all the big trucks there. This is probably the rough area, although this is a really nice truck stop. Everything inside. They got a taco time, for God's sakes. The only taco time, I think, in all of South Las Vegas. All right, very nice. And Burger King, very nice area. Well, Frankie, hi Steven, be very, very quiet. We are hunting rabbits. Thank you for Frankie. Thank Frankie, guys. Is this a bike path? Well, yes and no. That could be construed as a bike path, although it's just a shoulder. I came from a city in Calgary with more bike paths than any other city in North America to a city with hardly any. I'm drinking some water out of my Camelback. Have you heard the rumors? Have you heard anything about the Luxor's rumors? No, not heard of anything like that. The rumors about the Luxor, I only learned about those when I did my video on the Luxor. So, you know, I don't know if the Luxor has a bad foundation. That's the rumor. The rumor, considering how the ground in Las Vegas is. Just to give you an idea, they had to out from underneath the Raiders Stadium just to build the Raiders Stadium, to build the foundation for it. So how is the Luxor going to be sinking when it's only about a half a mile away from the same rock formations that prevented them from just building the Raiders Stadium? So I don't really buy into the Raiders Stadium is sinking theory, or the Luxor sinking theory, as much as people do. But that's just because if you go to Raiders.com and just go to Stadium Facts, they have an infographic. It shows what they did to build that stadium. It's pretty amazing. And yeah, tens of thousands of pounds, tons, not tons, tens of thousands of tons of rock were removed from the site. So is the Luxor sinking? How? They removed rock to build it, and it's sitting on rocks. So maybe, I don't know. Oh my God, it's so loud out here. We're gonna get away from the car noise in just a moment, okay? So we're at the Silverton. Do I have the strength to continue on? I don't know, guys. These live streams are not about super chats. They're about me showing you stuff. And I did promise you the South Point. My first one said we're also going to Silverton, but I didn't promise you that on this one. How's about the Camelback working out? I'm sure it's better than the Nickelback. I don't know. Nickelback, how the hell do we sound like this? All of our sounds sound the same. Every Nickelback song sounds the same. And I'm supposed to love Nickelback because they're from my corner of the world in Alberta, Canada. But I just can't get into them. Sorry, guys. I heard there were suicides that happened at the Luxor. It's a conspiracy that it's cursed. I've heard that too. People have been begging me to make the cursed Luxor video for a while. I don't know. I'd have to go there with a camera and stuff, film the production number. Not a lot of time for production numbers. All right. Wonder which convention will be the first to restart. Looks like SEMA. SEMA is still apparently slated. They say it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen for sure, but somebody in my chat today, in my comments, that is, the SEMA Association, they keep sending, that's redundant by the way, because the last word A is for association. They say that SEMA keeps sending out different emails and surveys, and everybody's still willing to come to Las Vegas. So what's going to happen when I walk onto the Silverton property is that security is going to come out to me. Now, one of these properties is a timeshare. It's by Berkeley, and that's the same people that own the Grandview. We were just down all the way there. You cannot even see it. It's a little speck of light there. That's where we were. We walked from all the way, damn it, there at the South Point, okay? Just to show you guys where we just were. Because if you don't know where you came from, you'll never know where you might be. All right. So one of these is a timeshare property. I have some horrible music that's going to copyright strike me. That's fun. SEMA is BA, badass. Luxor cause cursed by Almon Ra. Yes, it's the old god of Luxor. One thing my wife wants is an Abyssinian cat. So if you guys know anybody, speaking of Egypt, that can hook me up with an Abyssinian cat, let me know. Because, and no, I'm not asking for free. That's where everybody goes, this guy wants cats for free, you jerk. No, my wife had an Abby. It passed away. It was a badly bred Abby who had a genetic problem. And she loves Abyssinians, but they're very expensive. So if you know anybody who's a reputable source, I'll save some money up and I'll get her Abby back. Where do you think the Hard Rock replacement will go? When will it open? Chris and Casey from Seattle. Thank you, Chris and Casey. First of all, right now, they're playing Foo Fighters at the Silverton. I stand completely corrected. They're playing one of the best bands of all time, the Foo Fighters. So there's no, like, right now, the strip is a free-for-all. It's a free-for-all. We don't know what's going to be sold. We don't know what's going to be bought. It's just a you-know-what show. Everybody's bidding on everything and making calls. And so the Seminoles own the Hard Rock brand out of Florida. Most people don't know that. And so Seminoles want to buy some kind of building. There's rumors that there's talks of the Hard Rock purchasing the Planet Hollywood. That's why it's not open. I don't know why Planet Hollywood's not open. I can't say yes or no. Maybe we'll explore that. And that was something that I read way back last year in October of all things. So it's a possibility. Tropicana just went up for sale, but you know, the people that own it right now, they want to own and operate the casino, which means it probably will not be the Hard Rock. I don't know. The Cosmo apparently was the MGM was flirting with buying the Cosmo from Blackstone for some reason. That's a possibility that the Hard Rock could be looking at that one. Cosmo makes a lot of sense to theme it as a Hard Rock because of its existing theming being very hip, kind of more upscale, might fit into the Hard Rock branding. There's really no way to tell right now unless you are an industry insider, and in which case you give me a stock tip. I promise not to tell anybody. You won't go to jail for insider trading. So this is the Berkeley. This is a timeshare property right here, believe it or not. This is not the Silverton. So it's kind of weird that they built it there where they did, but hey, gotta have that money, son. Let's go see if we can find Bass Pro Shops. Security hasn't come out to tell me to scram yet, which is nice. Whoa, Kiwi is here. Very nice. The place looks dead. Oh yeah, there's not a lot of cars here, especially at this property right here. Whoa, Jerky says I'm doing a great job. Thank you, Jerky. Oh my God, I can't believe it's 2 hours already. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so tired at the end of all this. I'm gonna see if I can get some kind of horrible pizza going in my life. I don't have to have anything at home to eat. Anyways, Rick, that sounds amazing. Kiwi Gurk, thank you. Jerky, what a way to spell it. What the hell, Chris? Thanks for the answer. Chris and Casey from Seattle, shout outs to them. Thank you, Chris and Casey. Way too nice, guys. Oh my God. So yeah, we've been walking for 2 hours, 6 minutes, 41 seconds. What I'll do after this, since you guys are being so generous, is I will head on over to the Travel America where the lounge or the lot lizards are. I'm not going to tell you what lot lizards are. You figure it out. You use your dirty thoughts, you dirty, filthy animals. It's a truck stop. What can I tell you? Look at all this park space. Why have I never noticed this before? It's because we always come in the front side of the Silverton, which is where the Bass Pro Shops is. My wife wants me to blog the Bass Pro Shops with a nice camera. I want to do it so bad. I don't like taxidermied animals, but I love animals. They got a ton of them in Bass Pro, and it's just beautiful. Look at these fountains out here. Yeah, Silverton is a dead zone right now, folks, but look at all the park space, man. Oh, is this real grass? Don't tell me this is real grass. Okay, it's not real grass, but oh my God. Yeah, it's not real. It's just the turf, but that's okay. That's okay. And in the wintertime, of course, we have some cool stuff like fire pits that open up. Fire. Beavis and Butthead reference right there. Lot lizards in Stabbyville. Stabbyville is mine, okay? That's mine. I invented that one. Oh, man, I love water. Gotta love the water features. Whereas here on the 4th of July, on the 4th of July, we went out to Red Rock. Silverton and Red Rock are very different types of properties. Very different. And you know what? if they're open, I doubt. No, I know they're not open. I know it because it's already 9 o'clock. Darn it. I could have gone in and showed you guys the giant, huge Mermaid tank, but I don't think we can get it. We might be able to get in. You guys want to see if I can sneak the camera in to show you the Mermaid tank to close it out? That would be cool. Take an Uber back. Chris and Casey from Seattle. Man, did you guys get some secret stimulus money that we don't know anything about? We want that hookup. I don't get unemployment insurance because I have a YouTube channel and I don't want to cheat the government when I'm just lucky enough to be here as a permanent resident. By the way, that's why I didn't take any of that unemployment insurance, guys. They didn't turn me down. I just felt it was unfair because the support I get on the YouTube channel versus them watching my YouTube channel and saying, hey, jerk, repull your numbers, you were working, and I'd say no, it's not a job, and they'd say it is. So I didn't want to risk it. Plus I didn't feel good when so many people that really needed it would have needed it. And not to say I didn't need it, like I don't know if I can afford to fix my car, and I don't know if my channel will be demonetized tomorrow for some reason, but I just felt bad when there's so many folks I know that they had to fight for it so much. So I applied, they turned me down once, I didn't fight it, I just let it go. So we have Bass Pro Shops right out here. Yeah, they're closed. I mean, the lot is empty right now. But you know what? We've had a nice walk together, haven't we? And I don't think we can get into the casino from here. Let's see if I can get into the casino. They might temperature check me. They might tell me to put the camera away. Bass Pros close at 9. You guys are the best research team I've ever had in my whole life, man. You should have taken it. Aaron, again, if they ask you if you're working and you say no because you don't consider this a job, but and then when you try to stay here, they kick you out of the country. And then I'm leaving Las Vegas back to Canada. I don't think you guys are going to follow me back to Canada. So I did the right thing. So it's hard to do the right thing. Okay, paying royalties to use Stabbyville. I just say, guys, listen, it gets a little stabby down here, They say, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you think I mean? Use your brain cells. You're smart. I used to tell people, guys, don't go down. Well, where's the Hard Rock Hotel? Oh, it's down this street right here, but don't go there after dark. Well, Chris, do you think LVMS or NHRA will happen in November? Yes. And NASCAR's been running empty for a while, so I think they will run empty. I don't think they wouldn't do it. I got to put my face mask on. So a lot of you guys have been asking me about these face masks. The thing is about it, it's not hard to put on these face masks, but some people get confused. So here's how this works, okay? I'm going to show you guys right now. So I'm going to take it off entirely with one hand, mind you. It's pretty versatile. I'll show you how it works, okay? So if you got one and you're confused, here's what this is. The top part is pointy. It has a pointy part on top, just like that, okay? The bottom part is not pointy. I'm just going to put the bottom part over the back of my head, like so. Now it's hanging over the back of my neck, okay? Just like that. Then I'm going to put the top part over it. Now, if you have ones that don't have a bead, we sometimes put beads on the bigger orders, or the people that are like patrons and stuff, okay? I'm going to pull the bead in the back, which means I suck at my job. I had one job to put on a face mask and I didn't know how to do it. So we're going to do this for you guys so you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh my God, I'm sitting on the ground. So now security's going to find me and I'll be like, what are you doing on the ground? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in behind like this. Either you tie it up, or in this case, I'm just going to scrunch it up like this. And there it is. And then I just put it in place like that. It goes around my ears, around the back of my head. 2 for $25. Let's go in this casino and see if we can see the mermaid tank. There won't be any mermaids. They didn't do the mermaids because they want to socially distance everybody. Yeah, they're socially distancing the mermaids tank. It's a bummer. And then we're back right now. All right, so let's go and see if we can see what we can see. So if you guys want to check out the masks, Jeff, I'm not going to tell you what a lot lizard is. I'm going to tell you to go figure it out, my friend. No, I don't need a pee break. I'm off the caffeine, so I don't need to pee every hour, every 20 minutes. It was so ridiculous at a point. So I'm not going to tell you what a lot lizard is. Just go figure it out. What do you think hangs out in the parking lots of truck stops across America? We'll be running without fans, though. That sounds crazy. I know it does. No mask, no service. We get it. This is the entrance. Let's see if we can go in and see it. Oh, yeah, we can, because we're going to get in. Let's see if this guy might not let me. He might not let me. Hello. Oh, I'm good. You're good? I'm good. I've been outside for that long and I'm still good. Very nice. Very cool. All right, look at this, guys. The temperature checked me. He said I'm not running a fever. This is cool, huh? Oh my God, look at that. Oh, I'm sorry about all the reflections. If I had a polarized filter, you'd be able to see better. Oh! Isn't that neat? Wow. So this is a free attraction, and on the weekends, they'll have a mermaid come out in a scuba suit, and this is a very big tank. As you see, it goes all the way up, all the way down. And yeah, it goes all the way around. They have some really cool motorcycles. New scheduled nations. Stingray feeding and mermaid shows have been canceled. Check our website for updates, but that's okay. Still free to take a look at. We got some beautiful choppers. Choppers, get to the chopper. Look at that chopper, it's beautiful. Oh, I love this. Ride this in California on the Gold Coast. That's the fish that killed the crocodile hunter Steve Irwin. Look at these schools of fish right here, man. That is so cool, man. How's that AC feel? Oh, it feels very nice. Thank you. So we have a beautiful tank here at Silverton. Unfortunately marred by horrible, copious amounts of, yeah, that is a stinger on that stingray. That's a big old stinger on that stingray. Unfortunately, and then we got the casino floor, which I'm not really going to go into because it's nice enough that he let me in right here, this far. So, here's your giant tank. Wow. And when I was in Mexico, living in Mexico, people would catch these on the beach. They were doing some sea fishing, and they would catch these rays. And they would release them back into the wild. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, it's like they know I'm here. They're putting on a show for me. Aren't you guys? Oh yes, you are. You are beautiful. I love all animals of all types. And these fish are so pretty. So gracious. Look at that thing. It looks like an alien, doesn't it? Oh, his stinger's been cooked. That one doesn't have a stinger. If they're taking temperatures, how come cases are going up? Well, I mean, they're just taking temperatures at these places in some restaurants. Oh, look at this little guy up here like a zebra fish. Oh, this is so nice. I'm so glad I'll be able to share this with you guys. I'm so glad this guy let me come in here. I'm so happy that you guys are with me. Chris says, thank you, information and entertainment. Chris and Casey from Seattle. Thank you, Chris. You are awesome. You and Casey, thank you both. Yeah, that is so cool, man. That is so neat. Oh, look at this guy's forehead. Look at that one's forehead. Oh, this guy is happy. Where you going, buddy? Yeah, there's probably, how much, do you guys, anybody know about tropical fish? I mean, how much do you think these things are worth if you were going to build something like this? What do you think these are worth to put together? Hundreds of thousands of dollars? Hello from Turkey, Thomas is here, cool. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm not at Mandolin Bay. I'm not at the Mandalay Bay, I'm actually at the Silverton. This is all just a free attraction. You don't pay anything. You walk into the casino and then boom, there it is. The beauty of it all. And from the back, you can see how big it is from the back side right here. It's absolutely massive. It's mammoth, man. It's really, really big. It goes all the way up like this, and then there's a bar, the Mermaid bar right there. And then we got also Bass Pro Shops, big waterfalls, very nice, man. Very nice. Yeah, it takes a lot of cash to build something like this. That's great. And you know what? The Mermaid Cove Art Gallery back here, so when this is open, we have a lot of really nice artwork back here. And we also have, oh, this is really cool right here. Look, you just go in here, there's less reflections from here. These fish are schooling. We have tetras. Oh, I have tetras, so whatever. Our tetras like to school. Look at those fish, man. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. They're all saltwater fish. This is the giant, huge saltwater tank. Just to show you. I can't even see where the glass is, but I don't want to touch the glass because fish don't like it when you touch the glass. There's a little pond still there. I haven't seen it inside here, although I haven't been to it for a while. You know. Yeah, I'm sure this thing here has got industrial strength everything. These fish are happy fish, man. Happy fish, taken care of. Lots of space to swim around. So beautiful. Look at how many little ones are up there. Oh, Those are the surface fish. I'm learning about fish because we have a 25-gallon tank, and I'm learning about them. And they said that there's fish that snap food off the top, some that eat it in the middle, and then you have your maintenance fish on the bottom. And we can see this ecosystem right here. Isn't that cool? All right, guys. So you know what? It's been 2 hours and 18 minutes. We managed to get into the Silverton. That was really nice to us to allow us to do this. And this is the Silverton. You guys are going to come. You might want to check this out. Chris says, can we buy you dinner later this year? Of course you can. Just contact me. Guys, I have to... this is bigger than 25 gallons. Yeah, Jeff, you're funny. Guys, I got to click out because I'm getting kind of tired right now. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the videos. A lot of you watch my videos, do not subscribe. Thank you, Tommy. Great show, showing people this never seen Campbell. Well, not the people have seen it, but I thought I would show you guys this. You guys should subscribe to the channel. A lot of you watch, but you don't subscribe. I got to tighten this up, or else it's going to keep coming down my nose. I ordered another 2 masks. I'll get on your emails, no problem. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Go to vegasblvd.com. Come to the Silverton while you're here. You guys can see something awesome while you're in the Silverton. Bass Pro Shop behind me is beautiful too. We're going to click out right now. Let's say 3, 2, 1, click. And very nice place. I am going to use a little boys room in here, which I won't stream. You guys have been great. Stay tuned for the videos. Head on over to Patreon if you want to support us further. Sorry it's hard to hear me, I know. 3, 2, 1, click. God bless you all. I love every one of you like brothers and sisters. Bye guys. Click.